It is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you. I want you to understand, it is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you. I want you to understand, it is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you. I want you to understand, it is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you. I want you to understand, it is only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you. I want you to understand,
Ezekiel
it is only
Wede Dacho, Reverend Ezekiel Dacho. The truth is that I'm back from India. When I was in India, Yahya Jingr make a statement that they should stop arresting the Fulani terrorists, Fulani as a whole. So Fulani has a right. And one thing that I know with the security, they are all behind their clerics, especially the Muslims that are in Nigerian security. They are behind what their cleric has said. I came back and I discovered 27 people were killed. I have not even visited the graveyard. Today, to visit and also consult the people in Bindi, host Riom local government. I was in India, I was watching. Now that I'm in the executive council meeting of Church of Christ in Nation, since yesterday, you see my eyes, I was struggling with sleep. I don't know how to sleep. Since yesterday, they wanted to invent Nyarwe. Nyarwe is an area in Fan district under my jurisdiction. Every time they will call us to calm our youth, while their own youths are not being calm. They invaded my real biological village in Rim. Jol was under attack. And look at us now, even in the village, they cannot sleep. If my people cannot sleep, how can I sleep? I have spoken, and God has broken the power of the sickness that was in me, so that he will keep me alive to come and speak on behalf of his people. My fellow brothers, United Kingdom, I'm begging you to Asoro. I'm begging you to Washington, D.C., White House. Bush should address
Trump.
Trump should address, please, his focus into Nigeria. Because terrorism is taking over Nigeria. They are busy inviting people from Central Africa, Senegal, and other places to come and take over the country. If somebody will tell you that things are normal in this nation, Nigeria, it's a liar. And I can't keep quiet. If I was able to survive cancer in India, I will survive another cancer. That's the Fulani terrorists. I will survive it. Look at me now. I'm going to the village. I have to suspend the general. I thank my president. I say, I cannot. I'm just like a corpse here. My people are in pain since yesterday. They have destroyed crops. We don't know how to eat. In RCC Rob, what will I do? What sort of leader will I be leading? While another leader is busy igniting crisis. Sheikh Yahya Jingr, by failing to speak to his people to stop bringing crisis in the state. Now that I'm trying to ask for peace to reign, then I will become the enemy. Why should I make that statement? I'm not an Islamic lady that I will bring insult. But let me tell you, we are going to do the work of salt. Salt is to provide, is to preserve. The work of salt is to make Nigeria grow. The work of salt is to sanctify. To purify Nigeria is polluting. The work of salt is to give good taste. As a real Christian, we have to do the work of salt. I will do everything within my power to stop terrorism in my jurisdiction. Pray for me. as you're under viewing my statement press release, this is the beginning. I have to go and see my people. They are busy thinking of where to run and escape. Because the Fulani have vowed they will enter farm. And whoever touch farm, it has touched me. If since they have declared war on Plateau, we are ready to give them the war. We are ready. We will give you the war. Through prayers, I will speak to the ground. The ground will respond and reject the evildoers in the state. And this is what I am after. The ground will listen to me. The water that they are taking will listen to me. The grasses that they are eating, their cows will listen to my voice. And I'm going to attack through prayer in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior. Amen. Amen. To give life to my enemy. Not to cause, but we are blessing the people that have vowed that will never survive. That is Christianity. That is full of love. But we are out to defend. To round up with this message, all youths in every village, listen. I'm speaking with the power of the voice. All youths, all over Plateau State, rise up for self-defense. If we don't do it, our children are in danger. Our next generation will have no place to live. All youths, it's a command. It's not an advice. I'm commanding you, wake up and defend the weak old people. Women that are pregnant, defend the widows. Stand with your blood to defend the land. Already they have declared war on Plateau. And the security, they know about it. And we're not going to keep quiet. It is time for us to respond. All these things, they are gearing towards 2027. This is a religious crisis. Bias to us that are called Christian. Trump, please, this voice will reach your own White House. Respond to Nigerian government. They are gambling with our soul as Christians. Many Christians are dying and they don't want to speak. And they know terrorists are in the country and they don't want to attack them. They just make propaganda without action. Please stand up and save us. If not, one day you will not hear my voice anymore. You receive the news that Reverend Achomo has been slaughtered like ram. This is what is happening. I'm going to meet my people in the village. I suspend every meeting. And I thank God my leaders have given me, because that's the only comfort they can comfort me. To keep me here, I'm not myself. How can I be here while my people are sleeping in the bush? They are looking for a way to form another camp. No. No. We have never entered Ruga. We have never attacked them in their territory. But by the power of Jesus Christ, who has given us wisdom, if we don't go, angels will go to Ruga. Angels are going to Ruga. Angels will attack on our behalf. Angels will cause confusion in the camp of Islamic terrorists. By the power of Jesus Christ, I'm praying for all of us. We must love one another. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Now,
thank you very much, as always, Dennis, for coming on the program to talk about these matters.
Thank you for having me, Yori.
My pleasure. The news of his, well, I don't know, not everybody heard of his arrest, but certainly by yesterday, there were pictures in the papers where he was seen in court, and now he's been sentenced to 6 years, showing that the Finns themselves take a very dim view of the kind of things he was charged with. And actually have managed to find him guilty and sentence him to 6 years. How did you feel about that news? Because I don't know that anybody saw it coming.
I think we saw it coming. He was arrested. It was well publicized. And of course, the Finnish government decided to try him. He has been in prison custody for a while. They took him to court, and then of course, what many people might not know is that the Nigerian government, especially the National Intelligence Agency, Foreign Affairs, and the DSS, has been working with the Finnish government and giving them compelling evidence with which yesterday they used in, convicting him.
Indeed, because it is stated that he was jailed for terrorism-related activities, and there have been no reports that this terrorism extended to Finland, but he has always been instigating violence. And I imagine the charges would have been framed around that particular fact, that he's been inciting violence for him back home in Nigeria. And I think ultimately the Finns found that they just had to do something about this matter because the evidence apparently was overwhelming. I don't know, first of all, his rise. How do you think this 40-year-old gentleman, as I said in the opening, he's from Ebonyi State, Ohaku in particular, and he went over to Finland as maybe part of IPOB, certainly, but now he's even styled himself the prime minister. He's styled himself the prime minister of IPOB, and as you know, it's a banned organization.
Yes, he fashioned himself the prime minister of Biafra. And of course, if you remember very well, there were a group of people that actually came together in Europe and tried to even create a Congress of Biafra where some ministers were appointed, a big elaborate ceremony. But at that time, he has already been arrested, so he couldn't attend that particular ceremony. They did all that. They were trying to raise money all across the world. And of course, with this conviction, of course, we've not been hearing about them again after that ceremony. So now that he's been arrested, not only for terrorism charges, there are other charges too. The guy has been, he has been doing things against the Finnish government. He's a lawyer too. He's a lawyer, but before you practice, just like in Nigeria, you have to practice after you go to law school, the Nigerian law school, and you're a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. They have something like that too, which he has contravened the Lawyers Act in Finland.
Well, just to tell our viewers that we might be, operating on our alternative channel, and just for you to know. But viewers can continue to watch this program right now on our YouTube channel. I think it's the This Morning on TVC flag, whatever it is. But the program will continue with our broadcast here. Okay, so as I was saying, that's what's operating on another stream of TVC, but we continue here. Yes. Sorry, actually we'll fade down entirely the audio coming from that other channel so that we can't hear it anymore. As it is, we are still hearing it. And are you also hearing it?
I'm hearing you, Yuri.
Oh, excellent, excellent. That's fine. So, in fact, Senator Shehu Sani has, offered the commentary. He also, of course, entirely different circumstances, had reason to be incarcerated, in Nigeria here politically. So he says he knows what it's like, and he also, from his idea of, from a worldview, it's going to be like a picnic. He needs to be here and to face our own justice system. And then, if he is indeed convicted, then they will know that he's actually serving a sentence. But there are those who believe that he's not serving a sentence yet, as he's in the Finnish jail over there. They might actually have color television. They might actually have color television there and that kind of a thing, as we read on social media. So I don't know what the idea. What do you think about the idea that he's been convicted now, which is fine,
Yes.
but that he needs to come back and also face the justice here? Would that not be something of a double jeopardy? Would it not be?
It's not. Yuri, it's not a double jeopardy. There are, in repatriation or extradition of prisoners from foreign countries, sometimes the agreement would be one where he will be brought, he will serve the Finnish jail term, and then maybe towards the last 1 or 2 years,
Okay.
he will now be extradited to Nigeria to finish the jail term. They cannot jail him twice, except the Nigerian government have other, charges against him, other criminal charges against him, which maybe the Attorney General will bring forward. But I think that's left for the lawyers. The thing is that to extradite him to Nigeria, it might be very, very difficult. Now, 3 people are supposed to take that decision. The Finnish government, the Nigerian government, and the prisoner himself. Because if he comes, or his lawyer says that if he comes down to Nigeria, he will be tortured, or he will not have a fair hearing, I think they take those kind of things seriously. And basically, our prison correctional center situations. So he would prefer to even remain there, just like you said, it's a vacation. Yes, of course, they don't dehumanize people over there in prison. Yes, he can watch TV, can eat 3 times a day, but I don't think you want to leave that and come to the situation that you might encounter in Nigeria.
Especially if he has a choice in the matter. Especially if anybody else, if he has.
He has a choice because according to Finnish law, the 3 people, that is the Finnish government, the Nigerian government, and himself, have to agree, because he, as a citizen of Finland, because...
And a politician, and an elected politician as well in Finland.
And they have a law in Finland that they cannot extradite to, countries outside the EU, the European Union.
I see.
So all these are complications that could happen if Nigeria is attempting to bring him down here. But, well, the Nigerian government and Finnish government are cooperating very seriously. So maybe that cooperation might extend, especially when it comes to terrorism, just to show to the world that, you cannot do terrorism and get away with it. You must be accountable, held accountable for all that he has done. And again, it's also a warning to social media content creators who feel that I can create any kind of content I want. But if the content borders on terrorism or leads to violence, then they have to hold it. There are consequences.
You know.
Only in Biafra land that people are not running away from their ancestral land in the entire Nigeria. In Yoruba land, people are fleeing the ancestral land. In the northeast, northwest, middle belt, people are fleeing from the ancestral land. It is only in Biafra land, and the government of Biafra made it possible. But you know what? They would like you to believe that Simon Ekpa is the cause of insecurity. No, I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out of the way, which is not possible. I have come. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm doing today in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved home, land of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the price is that for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. Oh, fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be our flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle
glorious Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious, our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayers shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
We observe a minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra, and the time starts now. We mourn our heroes past, we celebrate them as we continue to keep the flag flying above sea level until Biafra is fully restored. He said,
Biafra is all he asks for. Every night and day he's shouting and pointing to one direction. But his own people are blind and saying it's causing division. Tell me why someone who sacrificed his life for you and I. Tell me why out of sight has become out of our mind. He's asking for nothing. Biafra is all he asks for. Every night and day he's shouting and pointing to one direction. But his own people are blind and saying it's causing division. Tell me why someone who sacrificed his life for you and I. Tell me why out of sight has become out of our mind. He's asking for nothing and cares about not for these people emancipation. No. But there is a breaking news to those who never knew. Permit me to give you a clue. In the morning sun will rise. There is a breaking news to those who never knew. Permit me to give you a clue. The morning sun will rise.
Ndewo to everyone. Ndewo to everyone. I salute all of you and I bring you warm greetings. I bring you warm greetings. The music that is playing or just played now said that some of you are working to sabotage the PM with all these sacrifices. Some of you are working to sabotage the Supreme Leader of Biafra, Martin Amdekano, with all his sacrifices. And these are all in the open. It is not a lie. I'm not here to analyze the court verdict, but I'm here to do something different. But going forward, you must understand that Biafra is on a global stage. Our Prime Minister has taken Biafra to a global stage. That is what you need to understand. Finland court and Nigeria is scared of Biafra independence. That is why looking for evidences against our Prime Minister that aligns to Biafra, nothing could be found. Because fighting for Biafra independence in this 21st century is not a crime. It's not an act of terrorism. No. So when Finland looked for what to use and they did not see, they had to go and start looking for something inside Finland. So as you see them writing all newspaper, terrorism, there is no circumstantial evidence. There is no substantial evidence to show when and how Simon Ekpa sponsored terrorism or is part of terrorism. Freedom fighting for the independence of Biafra is not a terrorist act. Finland fought for their independence. They fought the USSR, which is the Russia that you hear today. They fought them tooth and nail. They fought them very hard. They fought them and then they were able to get their freedom from Russia. Was that an act of terrorism? Did UK or America sit down and say they are committing terrorism because they are fighting for their independence? No, it is not. So, Biafran cause for independence can never be a terrorist act. They want to instill this fear in all of you so that many of you will start running away and say, oh, I imagine Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and they say fighting for Biafra freedom is a terrorist act. Oh, today, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has been detained and international court in Europe pronounced that his desire and decision to fight for Biafra independence is a terrorist act. Then all of you will now start folding yourselves and go inside and say, no, I don't want to be called a terrorist. Oh, I don't want to be called a terrorist. It is a badge of honor. It is a method of warfare that Nigeria has implemented to instill fear in all of you that have weak cells. So I'm here to encourage all of you. I am here to encourage all of you and to remind you that the tough time which I talked about have come. Yes. This was written by a Finland person. Did you see this? This was written on the 2nd. The pronouncement of Biafra to be in Biafra Prime Minister to be imprisoned in Finland was on the 1st. And on the 2nd, this Finland man wrote this. Do you see what he wrote there? He said, Finland defeated USSR in the war. Said, stop, the president of Finland. Well, those victories are clearly visible on the map of Finland's lost territory. This is apparently a hint for the drug clown in Kiev on how to explain his upcoming victory. So, if Finland fought the USSR to get their independence and to get free, do you want me to go and open the step-by-step processes of what happened during the War of Finland? When I open it, you will shake your head. Do you know what is called Idwakanonu? Do you know what is called Idwakanonu? Idwakanonu happened in Finland. Idwakanonu happened in Finland war with the USSR. So if you're not aware, know it today. This template of civil disobedience, this template of expunging the remains of those occupational terrorists that exist, that template is what Finland were using. Everything you see that we do today, we borrow. Okay. So we are not doing anything different. We are doing what they have done to get free. So do not be deceived and don't be shaken at this time. I want to remind all Biafrans, I said it weeks back that we are entering into a tougher phase. And I said, if you know you will not be able to withstand the tempo, if you know you will not be able to withstand the momentum, the phase that we are going into, please stay out of the media. Then only pick up the phone and call us and say you want to make your donations to support Biafra. We will give you the website, you go and make your donations and then you relax. Because the game has changed. The ball has rolled to the point that we need to score the goal. The player that has to play the ball has played the ball and the ball has entered the goal. Do you know what happens when ball is positioned and then for a free kick or penalty, and then the ball is played, and then the ball eventually entered the goal? What happens there? There is ovation, there is joy, there is jubilation, there is happiness, there is opera everywhere. The whole place turned into chaos, chaos of happiness and chaos of disruptions. While other places will be jubilating, other places will be destroying people's property because you are winning somebody in a game. Yes, you are winning somebody in a game, and there is vibration somewhere. You that is winning, your own team will be rejoicing. The person that you win will be in trouble. Their supporters will be in trouble. The Biafran people have come to another point of victory. This is what you need to understand. This is not time for lamentation. This is not time for prejudice. This is not time for you to start pointing, accusing fingers on this and that. Our Prime Minister has taken Biafra to where? A global stage. Wazirike came. He paid his sacrifice and later paved the way for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think that the sacrifice of Wazirike is not on the system? It is there on the system. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and continued from there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had finished his work. It was time for our Prime Minister to come and lay the next template. He has laid the next template. He has completed that next template. The rest is for you to finish it. Yes. Don't sit down here and wait for our Prime Minister after he took from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. How many years is that? He took his time to put everything in place for Biafra restoration. And then the Biafra restoration came. We declared in December 2nd of 2024. Did we not have all the templates? Or do you want me to start reminding you that we have gotten all the templates? What is left for you to do? Let me go back. Let me give you all the templates for you to understand that we have gotten all the templates. He has completed the work. We have to be the one to push it to the next phase. Yes.
Those who are asking, did you say Biafra will come in 2023? Biafra has been restored already. What is remaining is a complete declaration that will be defended. And before that happens, there are many things that we need to put in place. I want you to recount the achievement of the Biafra Republic government in exile under the leadership of Simon Ekpa, what we have achieved in 2023, and ask yourself that question again, and you will look very stupid. We have been able to form government in exile in 2023. In 2023, we have formed the de facto government. In 2023, we have launched Biafra Liberation Army. In 2023, we launched Biafra Navy, we launched Biafra Air Force, we launched the forces of Biafra. In 2023, we adopted Helsinki Declaration, which is the constitution of Biafra. In 2023, we had a convention in Finland where Biafra people gathered from all over the world as delegates to vote on the Biafra Charter, which is a living document subjected to amendment. In 2023, we have created 40 states of Biafra. And believe me, many more states will come because we are not done yet. In 2023, not only that we created state, we also brought a redesigned and a redrawn Biafra map to reflect the current situation and the current demography of Biafra. In 2023, we started engaging officially Nigeria state in a guerrilla warfare on self-defense. In 2023, we officially and publicly engaged Nigeria terrorist army and we are neutralizing them on daily basis. It has never happened before in the history of Biafra after the war. In 2023, we publicly and we openly made sure that Nigeria doesn't kill again in Biafra land and go free. So, if you look at those things I've mentioned and those ones I have not even mentioned, are you still going to challenge Simon Ekpa that Biafra has not been restored in 2023? Biafra declaration is not about mouth pronouncement. It's about putting every structure in place. It's about putting every mechanism and measures in place to shaping the map and the structure of Biafra. In 2023, we have designed the economic viability of Biafra.
Did he not put everything in place for the viability of Biafra before the declaration? Everything were put in place. The templates have been put in place. Every sector and every section have been put in place. The question is, are you waiting for him to come back again and spend another 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 to rebuild again? No. He has completed the job. He has completed the job. That is why he set the political and diplomatic wing of BRGIA in place for Biafra recognition. And while he is in detention now, that political and diplomatic wing for the Biafra recognition have been doing enough and extra enough in Washington, D.C. All right. I just wanted to remind us of all that we have put together before now. Now, let me take you people to the news of the week. Okay? Let's come to the news of the week. Let's show it like this so you can see. Finland court. Nigeria is scared of Biafra independence. BRGIA vows to appeal Simon Ekpa's prison sentence. I'm just going to show you all the publications and the media houses that have carried the news before I go in depthly. Where and what do you see there? What you're seeing there is BRGIA. It is on this BRGIA that this prime minister stood and sacrificed all his life. It is on this BRGIA, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. It is on this BRGIA that he spoke to defend the Biafran people. And today, Finland said his speech of speaking to defend the Biafran people is act of terrorism, is inciting violence. That fighting for freedom of independence is terrorism act. We are coming to ask Finland how fighting for independence becomes a terrorist act. So it is this BRGIA that has spoken for him now. He has been speaking for the Biafran people and for BRGIA for years now. But now, BRGIA have to speak on his behalf. BRGIA have to speak for him. BRGIA have to carry his cross now because he has been carrying the cross of BRGIA. He has been carrying the cross of the Biafran people. He is here in this detention, pronounced a terrorist, which he is not because of what? Biafran people. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu here, he is also in detention being called a terrorist because of what? Biafra people. Ojukwu was called a terrorist because of what? Biafra people. Philip Effiong was called a terrorist because of what? Biafra people. That is why you see the four of them here on this publication. I thank God that when these media houses are doing publications, they know how to bring the photos of our icons together. Yes, you can see Philip Effiong, you see Ojukwu, you see Martin Nnamdi Kanu, then you see our Prime Minister. Thank you so much. Yes. So, Nigerian media houses, they are carrying the news from the official memo of the office of the acting Prime Minister that has been on air since morning. No, I think it was on air since last night. Yeah, since last night, the news has been on air. So they are now carrying the news this morning. Here is authority news. So we are showing you all of them. When you go, you check. We have published them all, that we cannot abandon our PM. We stand with him in good faith and in solidarity. Yes, nothing matter. So go and check the news. You will see. Read and you will see. And I will try to read one of the publications from one of the media houses so that you people will see the details that are embedded there. This is not actually why I am here. I'm here for something else. But I'm just trying to brush this up so that you can see how far the response of PRGIE to the Finland court pronouncement in Nigeria, stating very clearly that Finland and Nigeria are scared of Biafra independence. Yes, that is why you see them taking all measures to shut the Biafran people up. But you cannot shut the Biafran people up because our Prime Minister is our eye, and our voice and our nose in the international circle. Yes. Our Prime Minister is our eye, our nose, and our ear, our mouth in the global stage. While Biafran people back home are the one that will restore this Biafra. Yes. So our Prime Minister has given us a very good lead. Yes. Finland now knows and understand what Biafran people are talking about, what they have been saying, and what they claim not to have known. If you did not know about Biafra, now you have come to know and understand what it means. So, if you're still on the fence, you are deceiving yourself, honestly. So, Finland, you have made one big mistake, which is a blessing to the Biafran people. Yes, by pushing our Prime Minister, by pushing Biafra to the global stage, by making the entire European Commission to now understand what Biafra is all about. You have emboldened the courage of the Biafran people in the homeland. You have emboldened the courage of the Biafran people in diaspora. You have emboldened the courage of the Biafra Defense Forces who are fighting to defend Biafra and to restore Biafra. Yes, these are the things that you have done with these things because of the fear of Biafra coming. Because of the fear of Biafra coming, you people have just shown the Biafran people that what they have been doing is very, very important. Yes. So, let me take time to read one of these publications because Finland don't know what they are doing. Nigeria too don't know. See, we have been fighting for Biafra And then we have not gotten to European Commission. Let me remind us something. Far back in 2023, 2024, when our PM submitted a letter of intent to the European Commission about the Biafran people decision of their independence. Finland government, European Commission replied. European Commission replied. European Union replied that they hear the petition, but they are not of the one to decide whether Biafra should have independence or not. That they have no deciding power, that it is in the hands of the Biafran people and United Nations that will give the final say. Are you listening to me? So as a then, they claim they don't know or they don't have a say in how Biafran people or what they are doing or how they want to get their independence or this or that. They said they don't have a say. You see, that say that you said you don't have a say, you don't have a deciding factor to do. Today now, you have made that deciding factor to come to be. Yes. You have made that deciding factor to come to be. Today now, you have made UK, you have made America, you have made Asia, you have made Russia, you have made all the international community and Africa to understand that you have a role to play in the restoration of independence of Biafra. That is what European Union have done. That is what Finland have done. If you don't understand, that is what I want to explain to you now. Yes, because you said my hand cannot do anything. Even if I touch, it will create no effect, and the effect will not be detrimental or will not be positive or negative, or it will not show. Oh, you say it will serve just like a catalyst. My effect will serve just like a catalyst, which cannot make something to change. But on the other hand, it will touch another person, through that your confusion that you're doing now, through the confusion that European Commission is doing, through the confusion of Finland now, it will make other countries now to see the attention and get to understand why they must stop Biafra. Yes. You are not the one to take the decision, like you said. But now, your actions have gone to ignite more fire. Your actions have gone to call on the attention of every other person that ignored Biafra before and say, come on, these Biafra people, this Simon Ekpa, there's something they were cooking about this Biafra. So anybody that was on the fence will now want to come and know what this Biafra is all about now. You saw the video I played at the beginning of this program, where they were talking in a TCV News. You see that video they were playing, they did not pick the video that came from Finland. They picked the video where you see we wrote there, BRGIE Media. We put the BRGIE Media logo. We put the Biafran government in exile logo. Then we wrote our prime minister there. That is the video they now pick. This is for all of you in the media to understand that what you are doing is being seen. Yes. When they do as if they don't know what Biafra is all about, they know, they watch, they record, they see. You even heard them saying that we elected ministers. They say we elected ministers. These are discussions that are happening on TCV News, Nigerian television channels, that we elected ministers, that we do fundraising, that we raise money to support Biafra freedom. Did you hear them? That is what they were telling you. So as we are doing fundraising, as we are doing town hall meeting, they are watching. As we are talking on the media, they are watching. As we go to the space and talk, they are watching. So, media team, You mind the kind of utterances that you make that may deteriorate or destroy the reputation of this very government. Yes, everybody must not go and say what they want to say, and everybody must not say it the way they want to say it. So be guarded. You must not come and ask every silly questions. Take, for example, you are part of the government, you're part of the cabinet, and then the APM is live speaking, or the information minister is live speaking, or this minister is live speaking. Then you come to ask one silly question which you know as a member of cabinet, you shouldn't ask that kind of question in the public. Are you giving a lead to the enemy of the government? Because of this kind of thing, some members of the cabinet have had issues after some programs that I will be hosting Prime Minister. Because some of them used to come and be asking some silly questions that a member of cabinet shouldn't have even asked. And the Prime Minister will be like shocked. Minister Sonny, the person that asked that question, is that person not a member of cabinet? You are a member of cabinet. You are briefed of internal affairs of the government. And then when you come out, you come to throw questions to the PM as if you are outside, you don't know anything. Then you will say you want to prove a point. Prove a point to who? Liar Mohammed of One Nigeria, with all that he knew about Nigerian corrupt system of government of Buhari, he never come out any day to come and throw any silly question or ask Buhari any kind of stupid question, which would take off the government balance. So, if you are a minister or a member of the government of this BRGIA now, please be guided. Be guided. And don't go to another department to go and want to implement what you want to implement. If you are in the media department, you people know your rules. Nobody should come from another department and is coming to implement something for you, because that person is not there in that department. It doesn't attend your meetings of the media department. It doesn't know what people have agreed on how to run your programs and how to handle things. So if anybody that is coming and then is trying to come and make utterances that is otherwise, shut the person down from that platform. Whether a minister in government, when you tell him this is what the minister in this department has said we should go with, this is what the APM has approved. Because people are watching and they are taking records of this government. That is what I want people to understand. When APM went to meeting in Washington, D.C. with the lobbyists and attorneys, they asked him questions that are coming from what they see us post out in the media. So that is to tell you that they are watching how we are presenting the government affairs. Yes. So mind the way you do your reportage and know that all your channels are being followed and watched. They gather all the informations. And it is to our favor. Yes, let us read this publication before we go to the other one. Finland caught Nigeria scared of Biafra independence. That is why they decided to do what? To say that we committed crime for fighting for independence. Whereas every other country are fighting for their independence. And it is not a crime. It is not terrorism. So are you telling us that for us to fight for Biafra independence, that the Biafran people are all terrorists for fighting for Biafra independence? Come and explain to me how the entire Biafran people are terrorists because they are fighting for their independence. They are fighting to stop the main terrorists that are coming to massacre their babies, women, and children on a daily basis. I played a video of a pastor who said, I'm just coming back from India. He said, as I come back here, over 27 persons have been massacred in this community. That is in Plateau. And I ask again, is it the Biafran people that went to massacre those people in Plateau? No. The Biafra Defense Forces' sole aim and objective is to protect and defend the Biafran people from the terrorist invaders that are coming to slaughter them on a daily basis. And they are the armed wing of this very government, who is saddled with the responsibility of defending Biafra land to make sure Biafra is restored. Immediately in place, if you have not paid up your channel, you can pay up your channel. I posted the link about an hour before I started the program. So if you have not paid up your channel, the link is there in the media platform, on Twitter group, and also on Telegram. You can go in and pay up your channels. So Biafran people are not terrorists. So don't be confused, or don't be deceived, or don't be cajoled into that weakness of running into your toilet to go and hide because you hear that Finland say we are being charged for terrorism. When you hear of they say they charge Simon Ekpa for terrorism, it's not Simon Ekpa they're trying to do. They are trying to do you, a Biafran that is free there. You that is in Nigeria, you that is in America, UK, and Asia, and everywhere, you that is in Europe. They are trying to scare all of you so that the Islamic jihadist terrorists that want to conquer you and take you over can easily come and take you. Have you asked yourself a question? Why is it that in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, they massacre people in Benue, they massacre in Plateau, they massacre in Zamfara, they massacre in Borno? It is not a global discussion. But Biafran people are stopping these same terrorists from coming to massacre our own people. Then it now becomes a global discussion. Because our own case is not just to stop these terrorists. We stop them and then we actualize our independence. So they don't want to hear Biafra independence. So when they say that you fighting for Biafra independence is act of terrorism, they are trying to quench your fire. They are trying to destroy your morale. They are trying to kill the vibes in you. They are trying to instill fear in you so that all of you will run out of ideas, so that you will be so afraid and you will say, oh, I cannot go and fight for freedom again because they have given me a different name. This is what you have to avoid, because if you succumb to this threat, you're all gone, because these terrorists are everywhere. And if you make a mistake, they take over your communities. So wake up. Okay.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
That is why you don't need to wait for Nigerian terrorists, because they are the fathers of the terrorists. They cannot stop the same terrorists, which they are using as their foot soldiers to annihilate you, to take over your communities, and to make you become their slaves. So let me bring this to the full screen and let us read so that we go to the next thing that we have to do. BRGI says Ekpa is on global stage. Ekpa is on global stage. This is what you need to understand. BRGI says Ekpa is on global stage. Is he on global stage for himself? No, he is on global stage for Biafra. He has taken Biafra to a global stage. This is what all of you need to understand. Ekpa has taken Biafra to a global stage. How many of you would have think or even come to the conclusion that today, in this very day, in 2025, that there will be a time that the European Commission will be talking about Biafra? That there will be a time that Washington, D.C. Congress will be talking about Biafra? That is what is happening. And let us break another news. We have a very big event that is coming up in Washington, D.C. A very big event is coming up in Washington, D.C. A very big event is coming up in Washington, D.C. That should be on the 18th. I think our APM had announced it, whether yesterday or the day before. If you are in US, in any of the states in US, the Biafran people, the Biafran government in Israel have a very big event. It is one that has never happened before. Just like the testimony that we have submitted to the US Congress is the first time in history that the Biafran people have a government, and that government have been so well established that PM streamlined everything in order. We now have intermediary and a connecting rod to the US Congress. That White House, that Capitol where you hear of, our APM is shaking hands with the Speaker of America. Our APM is shaking hands with the senators and reps of the US Congress. Our APM is shaking hands with the lawmakers in America. This is what anybody have not achieved for the past 50-something years for Biafra. This very man you see here, this prime minister, has achieved it. That is why I'm telling you that Biafra is on a global stage. So while you saw APM in Washington, D.C., some of you were laughing at our APM when Donald Trump's day of inauguration was on. That day, our APM and our lobbyists, an Amazonia representative and Eritrea, they were there on official invitation, not official invitation to patio, official invitation to the inauguration ceremony. The invitation came from the Senate. The invitation came from the Senate for us to go and represent Biafra. And they were there. And some of you were laughing when they opted for an interview on Arise Television. And Arise Television, when they heard of Biafra, they ran away. They ran away. And some of you were now laughing at BRGIA APM. You don't know that you were laughing at your stupidity, your idiocy. You were laughing at Nigeria. You were not laughing at Biafra. Yes, because now Biafra and Finland now is now afraid of Finland and Nigeria are now afraid. Finland and Nigeria are now afraid of that Biafra. They are now afraid of that Biafra, which you saw, which Arise Television ran away that day. They were afraid also because that was Nigerian representation. They ran away from Biafra when they had Biafra. Now, Finland now have had Biafra. They are now running away. So anywhere you see Finland and see Nigeria, they are scared of Biafra. At the mention of the name Biafra, everybody wants to run. No, you don't go run, go anywhere. You go stand here. You go stand here, see the Biafra that you people wanted to kill and want to destroy. No, If you destroy this Biafra, we will destroy you as well. Yes, because we have to eat into you and then eat you up. Just like our PM said. Our PM said, when you swallow me or when you put me into your mouth, you will try to chew. I will become cancer. Mhm. And then that cancer will start punching you. Your belly will start doing bolo, 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 bolo. Now, what is happening to Finland? Can somebody explain to me what is happening to Finland? Finland connived with Nigeria. They wanted to play game. Now, as they put our PM inside mouth, the thing now turned to cancer inside their mouth. Now, vomit and wahala. Swallow, na wahala. They are having stomach ache. What have they resulted into? They have resulted into pushing our prime minister to become a global icon for Biafra. He's now on a global stage. Every a day before yesterday, as our APM went to have meeting with congressmen in Washington, D.C., they were the one that were telling our APM that they see what Finland is doing, that Finland have messed up again, and that they are watching. Okay? So, by so doing, you help to push Prime Minister Simon, to push Biafra to the global stage. That is what some of you need to understand. So don't think that you are doing, don't think that you don't think that you are doing Biafra. Hey, you are helping Biafra. Because every Biafran that were weak vessels before, with what Finland have done now and Nigeria, being scared of Biafra, it is to embolden Biafrans for them to come out fully and say, hey, so that means we are doing something. If we were not doing something, international community will not come against us. If we were not doing something, they will not drag us to international stage. So our case is the biggest case that we have ever had. That Simon Ekpa take Biafra international. International. It's being discussed in Washington, D.C. It was discussed in the National Assembly of Nigeria before it was now taken to Washington, D.C. Before it was then taken to European Court. And then from European Court now, they have pushed it and make the entire European nation and the entire world to understand that what we are fighting for is actually the real independence of Biafra. Let us read the publication. The Biafra Republic government in exile has said Finland, Court, and Nigeria are scared of Biafra. The reason for its prime minister's 6-year jail sentence. This comes as BRJ vowed to appeal the sentence on Ekpa. The acting prime minister, Honorable Okechukwu Nkere, disclosed this in an official statement on Thursday. You know, some people were wanting that immediately the Finland court finished pronounce our prime minister 6-year term, that we should release memo 1 minute after. That we should release memo 2 minutes after, 3 minutes after, 1 minute after. See, people that release memo 1 minute after, 2 minutes after, 1 hour after, it's like they have written the memo and kept. So they knew. Those ones that you see that they have released memo like that. BRGI is not rushing to anywhere. Yes, we have to sit down and then gather all the information, know what we need to know. And then also, it has also given us time to see those that claim to be fighting for Biafra. They have really brought themselves out to show the entire world that they were pretending to fight for Biafra, but they were not. So this time, before APM gave his official speech from the government, he has been able to figure out all the people that were claiming to fight for Biafra, their reactions, their evil deeds, and their plans, and what they hope to do, and how they have reacted to the evil pronouncement of Finland and Nigeria on Biafra, being afraid of Biafra independence. So it is not for you to say, we have to rush and release memo. Let us release memo now. Release memo. No, 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 no. It's not about releasing memo. No, 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 no. We have strategy. We have template. We are not rushing into the bush. We are fighting for independence. And we are talking about the lives of over 80 million people. And we are talking about the life of our own prime minister. After the hearing, we spoke with him. Yes, we heard his voice. And then, what he gave to us from his voice is victory message. He told us, tell Biafran people that we have won this one. Yes, that's where his exact words. Tell Biafran people that we have won this one. That we are on a global stage now. That we have won. Yes, we have taken the Biafra to the global stage. Those people that say they don't have anything to say, they have now begin to say something. Because they did not see anything bad in us fighting for independence. Yes. So that fact has been established that we are fighting for independence. We are going to read it and then you will hear that they themselves open their mouth and say that what we are doing, it is a cause of independence. So how is a cause of independence now a terrorism act? No. So they understand and now get it clear that we are not fighting to kill anybody. We are not fighting to take people's property. We are not fighting to take people's land, but we are fighting for independence. This comes after the Paget Hame District Court in Finland. A court on Monday, September 1st, 2025, handed Ekpa a 6-year imprisonment jail term for terrorism-related offenses. The sentence had attracted reactions from the Nigerian government and Nigerians in the last 48 hours. We have seen all that. However, under Nkere, a BRGI under Nkere has described the Finland court judgment as biased conclusion of judicial authority controlled by pressure from above. Yes, this is what the judgment has been seen as. A biased conclusion of judicial authority controlled by pressure from above. Because of what? Because they want to stop Biafra. Because they are afraid of the independence of Biafra. Because they are afraid of Biafra coming back to life. Because they are afraid that when Biafra comes, Nigerian terrorist government will not give them money again. They will not steal from the oil and gas again. Yes. So they have to tell them, stop him and put him there. But they don't know what they have done. They don't know what they have done. They have actually helped us to gain global attention. We are now on the global stage. So this is what all of you should see, the conclusion of the judgment of what happened in Finland. A biased conclusion of judicial authority controlled by pressure from above. That is what it is. We're not here to speak too many grammar. So it stated that the judgment is devoid of clarity between legitimate political activism, global free speech, and terrorism. There is no differentiation. They did not make us to see. No. They tried to make sure that we don't see the clarity. They tried to tell people that fighting for freedom is now a crime and that free speech should not be allowed to go. That when I come out and then tell Biafran people, carry arms and defend yourself. Any terrorists that come to kill you, kill the terrorists first. They're not telling me, no, I don't have to say something like that. Oh, so I should be saying that when the terrorists come to kill our babies, women, and children, that they should be kneeling down to be praying to the terrorists. Abi? Is that what I should be saying? Okay. So they want to tell you that global free speech is now a terrorist act. They want to tell you that legitimate political activism or activity for independence is a terrorist act. So they are trying to block and twist the whole narrative to tell the entire world that for somebody to come out and agitate for freedom is a crime. So the APM has made it clear, the government of BRG has made it clear that this was what? A biased conclusion of judicial authority. Control from pressure, control from pressure from above. Mhm. According to BRGIA, Ekpa was convicted by Finnish courts primarily for his social media activities advocating for Biafra independence over the case of marginalization post-Nigeria civil war. Are you getting the point? So, you are sentencing our prime minister and say you convict him because he did what? That the primary thing that you're using to convict him is because he is advocating for Biafra independence. So, when in this 21st century has an advocacy for independence becomes a crime, becomes a terrorist act. The Fulani terrorists are killing people every day. You don't go and tag them terrorists. You're now coming to tag the Biafran people who are standing, agitating, setting up a government, going for their independence actualization. You now say their act of asking for independence, their act of advocacy for independence is a terrorist act. As if you're not even aware. You people are the same people that helped the Biafran people during the post-Nigerian civil war that we're talking about. You people are the people that helped Biafran people during that war. And you are fully aware. And there are some Finnish citizens that were in the street of Lati collecting money from Lati people, Finland people, money that they have to use to support the Biafran people when they were being massacred by the Nigerian terrorist government. Then we ask again, how has the Biafran people fighting for that same independence in 2025 and in 2024, how has it now become a terrorist act? The same independence that you people supported in 1967 to 70s. The same independence that you people even helped us to fight. The same independence that you supplied us aid. The same independence that you contributed money to help us. How has this same independence, this same struggle for survival, this same quest for everybody to live, how has it now become a terrorist advocacy? Tell me. Let Finland court tell us. APM, I cut cap for this, your memo. I tell you, this your memo carry pepper, it carry maggi, it carry onions, it carry ginger. Honestly, the Nigerian media did not even allow you to drop the memo. I think you drop it in the night. In the morning, early in the morning, they don't enter inside, carry up, waka for media. This is your memo. You get power. Yes. I salute you. So, now, BRGI faulted the Finland court's position that Ekpa's online posts were public incitement to commit crimes for terrorist purposes. Yes. We have to fault them because you cannot tell us that for us to write and say, Biafrans, they are killing you. When they kill us, we post the videos, we post everything. And when we say, sit at home as a civil disobedience, to usurp your power of autonomy against the terrorist government that are coming to kill you, to exercise your power of what? Independence, your readiness for self-determination. You can't tell us that this public post that we are making on Twitter and on the Facebook and YouTube and everywhere, that as I'm talking like this, educating Biafran people for them to stand up against the terrorists that are coming to kill you can't be telling us that these our posts and write-ups are incitement to crimes for terrorist purposes. You say for terrorist purposes. How is it a terrorist purpose? Self-defense, when did it become a terrorist purpose? No. According to BRGI, it disagreed with the Finnish court assertions that Ekpa equipped groups with weapons explosives. They had no substantial evidence, no circumstantial evidence to show. So they just had to do what? Look for something to add up to give a dog a bad name. And ammunitions through his network. We don't have network. Oh. The network we have is the Biafran government. Biafra Defense Forces, they are in the homeland. They are the ones fighting to restore and defend Biafra land. Yes, we here in the homeland, we must support them. Yes, we must support them because our babies, our women and children, they are all in the homeland. We cannot see them fighting. And then we now allow the terrorists to kill our women and children, and then we say we are in diaspora, so we will not support our women and children that are fighting to defend themselves. It means we are cowards. If we say we are turning our eyes away from our Biafran brothers and sisters who are taking it upon themselves to defend our babies, women, and children against terrorists that are coming to kill them, that means we are cowards. We have to support them. Yes, because what they are doing is self-defense, self-determination. Somebody comes to kill you, what you do is look for a way of killing that person first before that person kills you. So when you look at it here, noting that such a stance lacks circumstantial evidence, and this kind of rhetoric is influenced by pressure from the Nigerian government. Yes, because Nigerian terrorist government will always tell you, oh, different people are doing this, different people are doing that, while we are defending ourselves. So all of you have seen recently that they have used the face of our generals. They use the face of our General Gento, our General Archangel Michael. They use it, they do publicity. They even use our Prime Minister face also. They publish it, they send it as flyer, and they say they are putting bounty on his head. Anybody that see and knows his whereabouts, the person should come, they will give the person money to kill. That is the one causing problem. Instead, these are the people that are sacrificing their lives to save Biafrans from the terrorists that are coming to kill them. When you heard that pastor cry before, that pastor is crying from Benue. You will see also the governor of Zamfara is also crying. If these people have Biafra defense forces who are ready to defend their land, they will not be crying. But they are crying because they don't have men with balls. They don't have men that can stand to defend their motherland. So this is what? The pressure influenced by Nigerian terrorist government. Yes, because Finland are not from Biafra land. Finland are not from Nigeria. They can't tell me that they now know what and how Nigerian terrorist government are massacring our babies, women, and children. How they are harvesting organs of our youth. What they are doing to our babies, women, and children in Obinze barracks. How they will kidnap you and they will forcefully disappear you from Biafra land. Before you know it, you hear that your children are in Niger State. They are in Borno. They are in Kaduna. They are in Kano. They are in Abuja. Many people that Amnesty International have unveiled their identity. You see, all this information, we supplied it to the Finland government. All this massacre that Nigerian terrorist government have done in Biafra land, all the ones that you see, all the IPOB members that were massacred, all the ones that they have disappeared them from one point to another. We submitted all this evidence to this same judicial panel. They see all these evidences of the massacre and the genocide that is ongoing, which Nigerian terrorist government are perpetrating on the Biafran people and even every other person in Nigeria. We submitted all these evidences. But instead of them to take that and then adjudicate the matter, no, they are clapping for Nigeria terrorist government for the massacre. That is what they are doing. Did you see them say Nigerian terrorist government do this or do that? No. They are all counting the blame of Biafra people. Yes. So invariably, they're telling you that Nigerian terrorist government, you have done well in massacring 150, 160 in 2016 when they were just in Mpo primary school singing and raising flag. Then you have massacred so far and disappeared them from their houses so far. That is what Finland government are saying. BRGI said it will mount pressure in Washington, D.C., United States of America, over Biafran independence. And we are doing it. That is why, while all this noise are going on, our APM with the Biafran government lobbies and attorney, they were in Washington, D.C. the day before yesterday. To do what? They were there to do the work that they have to do. Yes. To mount the pressure, to continue the political and diplomatic work. So follow Uno road. According to BRGIA, the court verdict will be appealed. Yes, this is the assurance that we have to give to Biafrans. The court verdict will be appealed. Yes. And whatever they say and how it is later brought down of the numbers of years, we will let Biafrans know. And it is assured that our Prime Minister will be freed. BRGIA added that Biafrans should be happy because Ekpa's presence in Finland has placed the PM and Biafra independence on the world stage. Yes. Are you getting the point? This is what we want you to understand. BRGIA is telling all Biafrans and encouraging all of you to be very bold and stronger now, because this point where we are, Ekpa's presence, PM's presence in Finland court, in European Commission court, has presented Biafra independence to a world-class stage of discussion. It has made the European Commission to know now very well about the Biafra independence that they said they did not want to know or they don't have a say before. Now they have a say. Now that Europe understands clearly our case, we shall mount more pressure in Washington, D.C. We will appeal this court verdict, and our Prime Minister will join us later, convicting the Biafra independence icon, Simon Ekpa Biafra, that he is guilty of committing terrorism offenses because of standing up for the voices of over 80 million Biafrans yearning for Biafran's independence restoration, is a shame to Finland's integrity. That is what everybody should know, because we never expected that Finland would disgrace themselves this far. So BRGI, being the legal entity for Biafra independence, wishes to tell Biafrans globally that we have recorded another victory in European region. Yes. And here comes the big statement. If you fight for independence and the country you are fighting against don't gang up against you or get scared of you, then it means you have not started yet. Yes, this is the big statement here. If you are fighting for independence and the country you are fighting against don't gang up against you or get scared of you, then it means you have not arrived. It means you have not touched the powers that be. It means you have not touched their blockers. It means you have not done anything useful. So at this very point, where you see where we are now in global stage, it means that we have touched the lion's tail. We have gone very far. Yes, we are at the entry point. We have entered inside now. Yes, and we are feeling the heat. Yes, we are feeling it as the Biafra is here. That is what every Biafran should understand. We are here now. Nigeria got scared of Biafra independence to the point that they have called on all international communities to stop Biafrans abroad from hosting media discussions about Biafra independence. Also recall that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a Biafran leader, was kidnapped in Kenya by Nigerian government because of what? The fear of Biafra independence. Are you getting the point? All because of the fear of Biafra. They kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they have been killing Biafrans just because of what? The fear of Biafra. Because of the same fear of Biafra is why they have detained our Prime Minister. Did that stop us from declaring Biafra? No. Did that stop the Biafra Defense Forces from going forward? No. Has that stopped us from making our contributions and going forward? Even with those internal enemies that they use their brain to use them to start fighting our finance and to start dividing the house into three. Has that stopped this BRGI from going forward? No. BRGI is still going forward. And they are here, still making it happen. Amnesty International recorded that Nigerian army killed over 150 people of Biafran extracts of IPOB in 2016 and over 1,000 killed between 2023 and 2025. And all these reports are available in the media. Why didn't they go to make use of that? No, they will not make use of it. Even as you have given them the evidence, they have to work for what Nigeria said they should do because of their interest. But they have helped us to go to the next stage of this Biafra. At this point, Biafra Independence Declaration call has been heard in the European Court. They are now aware of what Biafra means. So what are we telling you all Biafrans now? Every Biafran should be happy that we have come this far, reaching out to the International European Commission through the imprisonment of our BRGIA leader, Ekpa Simon Njoko. Yes. So Biafrans will increase momentum in making sure that our sovereignty is regained. This is our promise to our Prime Minister now, going forward. We will increase the momentum in making sure that our sovereignty is regained after this great victory in Finland with Nigeria working together. BRGI PM Simon Ekpa is just our voice and our eye to the wall. Yes. While Biafrans back home will restore Biafra fully. Now, they don't understand the game from here. We are ready. Yes. Now that Europe understands our case clearly, we shall mount more pressure in Washington, D.C. BRGI will appeal this court verdict, and our Prime Minister will join us later. The Paget-Häme District Court in Finland has sentenced our PM, a former Lati councillor, to 6 years in prison after convicting him of terrorism-related crimes, aggravated tax fraud, and breaching Finland's Lawyers Act. The ruling, delivered on Monday, 1st September. Here now, our main issue here is they say we are committing terrorism by calling for Biafra independence. That is why I am not here to even talk about, I'm not here to talk about this other case that they say aggravated tax fraud or breaching of Finland Lawyers Act. Because this has nothing to the reason why our PM was taken to prison. No, this has nothing. We did not go to court. Simon Ekpa was not detained or arrested for all these ones here. No, he was arrested for what? For Biafra independence. So why are you bringing up these ones now to come and add up? That is where you now see where the game is coming up, you see? So that is why we are fixing our eyes on this Biafra independence that they have turned to terrorism act. We're asking the question, how has fighting for Biafra become a terrorist act? And we came to court because of Biafra. And now you are now taking us to aggravated tax fraud of Finland. You're now taking us to the Finland Lawyers Act. Can you people see where the game is? Okay. What's it to go? So all right. The ruling delivered on Monday, 1st September, according to the court, adjudicated that Ekpa played a role in promoting separatist violence in Nigeria's Biafra region between 2021 August and 2024. So this is why you people took us to court, because of promoting Biafra, because of standing against Nigeria, because of asking for Biafra independence. This is why we went to court. Oh. We did not go to court to go and talk about our Simon Ekpa's personal issue in Finland. We went to court for Biafra. So why we not go carry other issue when no relate to the Biafra, where we not carry us go court? Yes, that is why I am telling Biafrans, don't bother yourself going to the media to be crying and say, oh, terrorism, terrorism. Ask them to show you the evidence of the terrorism that you have committed. Ask them. They should show you the evidence of the terrorism that you have committed. That you are agitating for Biafra. How does that become a terrorist act? You're agitating for independence. You're promoting your independence ideology. You're talking to your people and educating them and telling them, rise up Carry arms and defend yourself because the terrorists are coming to kill you. Self-defense, self-determination. And then you say, oh, it's a terrorist act. Okay, so Finland people should now sit down. When the terrorists that are coming to kill their women and children, they will not go and defend themselves. Then they will call it good citizens, right? Ah, okay. We are exercising self-defense. That is why Biafra people have an army. And that army is to protect the territorial integrity of the Biafran people. Is to defend the Biafran people, yes, from the terrorists. Because our women and children cannot go and fight the terrorists with bare hands. The terrorists are being funded by Nigerian government. They come with all manners of weapons. They have AK-47, they have RPG. Some come with even armored tanks. They invade communities, they rape women and children, they cut off heads, and they even slaughter pregnant women into two and take out the babies. So tell me how our babies, women, and children will be able to combat a terrorist that have come with ammunition to come and kill them. They should go and start clapping for them, right? They should start singing hallelujah song to them. They should start singing praises to them. Or they should go and carry Bible when they see them and then start singing, oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. And then that hallelujah, hallelujah will now do what? The hallelujah, hallelujah will now disappear the terrorists. No, it is not done. Hallelujah, hallelujah will not disappear the terrorists. It will not overpower the terrorists. No. It is eye for an eye, war for war, weapon for weapon, method for method. If they throw you bomb, you throw them bomb too, because it is called war of self-defense. We are at war. So it is not where we come to sugarcoat our tongue. We don't come to do as if we are running away from something. You are running away from something and you're running into another problem. Yes, because there is no way that is safe in Nigeria. You saw the pastor that was lamenting. I will try to play a video of a sitting governor that is also lamenting that he has the power to stop the terrorists. But the central government don't allow him to stop the terrorists. But these people are being massacred. And then you expect Biafran people to do same. Finland should be ready to arrest all Biafrans in the world and charge them for terrorism. Yes, because if you charge our prime minister for terrorism, then you should be ready to take all Biafrans and then charge them for terrorism, for fighting for Biafra independence. That is the message. Because if you are not afraid, you will not start playing this kind of game. Biafran people are ready, and they have become more brutal with this very decision of Finland and Nigeria. We are not backing down. We are going forward. Forward ever and backward never. So BRGI wishes to inform everyone that the verdict against BRGI PM represents a biased conclusion of judicial authority controlled by pressure from above, lacking clarity between legitimate political activism and terrorism in a way that could cool free speech globally. That is what they are trying to do. They don't want you to speak again. They want to shut your mouth because they claim they have the power. You convicted Simon Ekpa primarily for his social media activities, advocating for Biafra independence. A cause of Biafra independence that is rooted in historical grievances from Nigeria's civil era war of 1967 to 70s. You are labeling his online posts and organizational effort as public incitement to commit crimes for terrorist purposes. What are the terrorist purposes? Terrorist purposes has now become Biafra. Biafra has now become terrorist purposes. To say that Biafrans should defend themselves, that you should carry arms and defend yourself against the terrorists, it has now become a terrorist purposes. That Biafrans now have an army that will defend them, it has not become a terrorist purposes. That the people of Biafra unanimously came together and said they don't want to be part of Nigeria again. They conducted referendum. They set up a government. They appointed the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and said, be our spokesperson, be our Prime Minister, be our eye and be our voice, be our nose. Speak to us and speak for us in the international community. It has now become a terrorist act. This sets a dangerous precedent, equating separatist rhetoric and direct involvement in violence. Now tell me, where in this 21st century, as a call for Biafra independence, sovereignty, become a terrorist act? Where? Where has it become a terrorist act? And how has it become a terrorist act? That you are fighting for your independence. You're telling people that you don't want Fulani terrorists to massacre you again. You don't want the Islamization agenda that is coming to take you. You don't want to become another Afghanistan. No, you want to stand on your own. It then becomes a terrorist act. No, because of oil and gas interests, Finland now disgrace themselves. Finland court assertions that Ekpa equipped groups with weapons, explosives, and ammunition through its networks. It lacks circumstantial evidence. Yes. And this is rhetoric influenced by pressure from Nigerian government. Yes. Which has long sought to silence the Biafran voices using what? The Nigerian court, the Nigerian police, the Nigerian Navy, Nigerian Army, the Air Force, the Civil Defense, Ebubagu, Fulani Islamic Jihadist terrorist groups, Udo Kachi terrorist group, Agun Echemba terrorist group, recruited vigilante terrorist group, senators, governors, and community chiefs. Is this not what has been happening in your communities? Is this not how far they have recruited some of you in your communities to fight against Biafra and to give us a bad name? Have you just forgotten the ones that emanated from Okigwe and say they are Okigwe vigilante groups, which Hope Lezusorima just recruited? What was their aim? They were sent to go and kill Gento. They were sent to go and kill Biafra army. They did not send them to go and kill Fulani terrorists who have come to kill their babies, women, and children. No. They were sent to go after Biafra army who has come to restore Biafra. So they say, go after Biafra army, but don't go after the terrorists. So this is the same rhetoric here that they are using here. Recall that the Nigerian APC terrorist government and PDP had kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya in 2021. And it is there on his system and nobody can deny that. So these are the things that you have to see and know. So everything that we are saying here, they are all on the media. There is nothing that is not there in the media as the evidence, but they would tend to do what? To act as if they are ignorant of what we are saying. But they have just done what? They have taken us to the international stage. So when you check, there is no evidence of Ekpa ordering weapons during this trial. This alone exposes the reliability of the prosecution of our BRGI Prime Minister. The charges of aggravated tax fraud and violating Lodgers Act of Finland, this one was tacked on him to do what? To accelerate the sentence. Yes, to the happiness of where? Nigerian terrorist government. That is what they did. They did it so that Nigeria will be happy, owing to the economic ties of Nigeria and Finland. And it serves to drive attention from the main issue of why Simon Ekpa was taken to court, which was for Biafra. We went to court for Biafra. We went to court for self-determination. We went to court for independence. And now they have turned the issue from the independence discussion to something else. So Finland now prioritizes their international relations with Nigeria, and they rather undermine the democratic principles which they claim they uphold to human rights. So, thank you for listening to this. These publications are all out there in the media, and we implore all of you to go and read and see. Yes, we have not come to address the court verdict. I'm just reading out the response of BRGIE to Nigerian terrorist government and Finland madness of them pronouncing Biafra terrorists. For those of you that are jubilating and say, oh, Simon Ekpa has been a terrorist, he has been in prison, you are a fool. Yes, a very big fool. A big fool with very long ear and very long tail. Yes, because Simon Ekpa is the global icon for Biafra. Tell me what any of you have achieved for Biafra. Tell me, just tell me. All of you splinter groups that have come out, tell me, for those of you that have been around before Simon Ekpa came, tell me what you have achieved for Biafra. What you can just present like this and say, this is what you have done for Biafra, this is how far you have taken Biafra to be recognized in the international circle. Tell me what you have done for Biafra. How far? What have you done? Tell me. There is none, right? No, your own is only to be looking for the downfall of Simon Ekpa. Your own is to be looking for what Simon Ekpa have done, how far he has built. You now want to come and usurp the power to destroy. You want to come and hijack the name and carry the glory to yourself. Hey, oh my God. Now, Simon Ekpa is the one that established what? The political and diplomatic recognition wing, the team that have to take Biafra to international stage. And that game is ongoing in where? It's ongoing in Washington, D.C. Here is what Simon Ekpa did. This is what Simon Ekpa did. Simon Ekpa did this. He established this. He brought this to the circle so that you will not only cry and shout for Biafra and die for Biafra without your voice being heard in the international community. Simon Ekpa made sure he established this. Tell me, all of you that are clapping and say, yes, Simon Ekpa has been in prison. I want to see what you have gotten. I want to see what you have done, what you have achieved. I want to see. Simon Ekpa organized the Biafra referendum in Finland, where all of you gathered. The first Helsinki declaration was in Finland. Simon Ekpa put everything to order for you. Simon Ekpa becomes the eye. He sacrificed his life for all of you. When Biafra comes tomorrow, all of you that are mocking him as Biafrans, you will still come to enjoy the same Biafra. So some of you should be very careful, because there's something that is called karma. There's something that is called karma. So be very careful, because it could get to a time that when you try to step your leg in Biafra, or when you call Biafra, you may just fall and die. Yes, because of your sabotage. Yes, because of your sabotage. Because when you have sabotaged the God of creation, the universe, to a certain point, it will backfire on you. Simon Ekpa is blessed, and he was sent for this Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is blessed and was sent for this Biafra. Likewise, all of us here now that are here now, because our own time has also come where we have to be more brutal. Because anything that we are going to do now, we are not going to tack it on our prime minister, because he is in detention. So we have to be the one to take responsibility of what we have to be doing going forward. Going forward, we will be taking responsibility of what we will do. And if by tomorrow you hear that they have also called us up and locked us up in detention, you also stand up and take over from where we stop. It is a call for revolution. It is a call for freedom. It is a call for independence. So if you are not ready to hear that tomorrow that Sonny is also pick up because he's fighting for Biafra, then go and seek redress. Because when I put my leg in Biafra, I know that we are fighting for freedom and that it doesn't come easy. That what happens to many other freedom fighters may happen to any of us. Did our Prime Minister tell you and believe that today he will be called up to the European court to come and talk about Biafra, and that at the end of the day they will lock him up in detention? No, that is the sacrifice you have to pay for Biafra. And this has shown that we have crossed the Rubicon. We have plucked the Rubicon and we have eaten of it. We are feeling it now. Yes, we are having ownership of it. If we did not touch the lion's tail in this Biafra, we wouldn't have gotten to that pinnacle. We wouldn't have gotten to that greater height. So everybody needs to be happy that we have achieved something. As we speak now, Simon Ekpa is in detention, right? They say they have pronounced him to prison, right? But this is what he put in place. This is what that Simon Ekpa put in place. Before he was sentenced to prison because of fighting for your Biafra, he has already streamlined a lobbyist, an attorney that will do what? That will take care of Biafran cause, that will drive the spirit to Washington, D.C., that will make sure that in his presence and in his absence, that Biafra continues. Are you getting the point? So this is not like before where we are in IPOB, we are just agitating. No, there has been a government, and this government of PM set everything in place. So if you don't see him tomorrow, the next person should pick up this mantle and continue working with the lobbyists. That is what the APM has done. Biafran people elected the APM to continue the work with the lobbyists. And while PM is in detention, the good works, the good things that he has already set in place for Biafrans, these good things are speaking for Biafrans. These good things are speaking for Biafrans. Now, I want all of you to look at what is on the screen. You see, on the 29th of July, the US Congress made public, and they published on their website, that BRGI acting prime minister provides explosive testimony to US Congress, calling for the release of Martin Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, and also calling for the sanctions of Nigeria and Finland. So before Finland came to disgrace themselves on the 1st of December, before Nigeria joined their hands together to disgrace themselves, we have already alerted the US Congress. We have already alerted the US government that this is what these people are, and this is what they are doing, and this is what they will likely do. So we already told them this is what they are. So when you look at what is on the screen, BRGI had already alerted the US Congress, American government. We told them this is what Nigeria is doing. Oh. This is what Finland is doing. And when they finish their shambolic court ruling and say they convict our PM for 6 years, we did not see any part where they say they convict Nigeria for killing Biafrans. We did not see any part where they say they convict Nigeria for harvesting the organs of Biafran people. We did not see any part that they say they apprehend Nigeria for destroying the lives of Biafrans who are asking for independence. No. All we saw was that they convict Biafran people for fighting for independence. Do you now understand how politically motivated it is? Aha! We already alerted the US Congress before now, and they are fully aware of this. And a day before yesterday, there was another meeting with the congressmen to still remind them and show them, and also for us to know our next template and our next line of actions. Nigeria are in a very big soup. They are scared of Biafra independence. Finland have also stand themselves. There is something I want all of us here to look at. You see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya in 2021, June. Our prime minister was detained in November 2024. Since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, and when he was kidnapped, Kanu Ntakanu, his own brother, who claimed to be his blood brother, he was aware of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap from the very day that he was kidnapped and as he was being beaten and turned to stupor. What did Kanunta do? Kanunta came back and arranged with some DOS members. They put somebody on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's Twitter account to use that Twitter account and continue to tweet every day. They tweeted until the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was haulaged from Finland, blindfolded, chained in a private jet down to Nigeria. When they move him into court, blindfoldedly and chained, when Omoyele Sowore saw him, that was when he came and blew the alarm. As at that very day, Kanu Ntakanu was still using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's Twitter account to tweet, to deceive Biafrans that it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is talking. Let us go to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's official account so that all of you will understand my point before I establish what I want to establish. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was claimed to be kidnapped on the 21st, right? We were told that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped on the 21st of June, right? I want all of you to look at something here. On the 28th, which was the day that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was weeks into Nigeria, Kanu Ntakanu was using his Twitter account to tweet. Now, I want people to see something. This is 28th of June, 27th of June. Kanu Ntakanu is using Twitter's account of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to tweet. 23rd of June is using it to tweet. While he knows quite well that the man has been kidnapped, they are beating him, they want to kill him. So he is buying time by using his account to continue to tweet until when he is fully dead, when they will give him the signal and say he's fully dead. From there, he will now come later to come and announce and say, oh, he died so dead. Now, do you now see the difference between a post of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and a post of someone that is just impersonating and keeping the account on? This is the last post of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the 19th of June. Now, going forward from here now, this is Kanunta. You see, he posted on the 19th. He did not post on the 20. He did not post on the 21. Then he came to post on the 22. That is where you should ask the question. If you check on the 19th, how many times did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu post here? On the 19th, how many times did he post? On the 19th, how many times did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu post? See, on the 18th, how many times he posted? On the 18th, how many times did he posted? On the 17th, how many times did he post? Do you see? On the 17th, how many times did he post? On the 16th, how many times did he post? On the 15th, how many times did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu post on the 15th? Can you see? Are you looking at what I'm showing you? Okay. But now, come back to the last post of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the 19th. On the 19th of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu post, this was the last day he posted. The rest of the days, going from this, they kidnap him. From this day now, they kidnap him. He's in Kenya. From that day, he has been kidnapped. He now started using his account from the 22. From 22 now, he started using his account to start tweeting, to deceive Biafrans. He tweeted 22, he tweeted 23, he left how many days gap? 23, 24, 25, he now came and posted on the 26th. How many days gap? He came post on 27, then posted on 28. As he posted this last one on 28, look at the time that he posted. From my own time, let us see what my time showed. My time showed 2:39 p.m. of my own time. 2:39 p.m. of my own time in the afternoon. That was when he posted the last. We saw Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appear in court in my own time about 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. So immediately they saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has appeared in court, they stopped posting. Why didn't you people continue to post on this 28th going forward? Kanu Takanu, why did you stop? Kanu Takanu and DOS, why did you stop? Now, why did I bring this thing up? I'm bringing this thing up because this idiot called Kanu Takanu has also come to mock our prime minister. Ejiofor and DOS, all of them. And waiting vex me past be say, this template that you see here, Kanu Takanu did not do anything to bring something up like this. Did not bring about lobbies. Since 2021, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, that Biafrans have been massacred, Kanu Takanu have not taken Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, or have not brought Bruce Fenn to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case to the U.S. Congress, or to go and write petition and give U.S. Congress. But immediately you see that they all came out from the toilet. You know that they have come to cause chaos, to cause confusion. I want everybody to look at what is on the screen. The first thing you see here when we say our recommendations to the US is as follows. Sanction Nigeria and Finland on the basis of the following. We most respectfully request for the following. Then the first thing there we said, number one, we urge the United States to invoke the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act against Nigeria and Finland, to impose travel ban, financial restrictions on all officials of federal government of Nigeria and any Nigerian non-state actors implicated in the killings of Biafran Christians in their homeland in southeast Nigeria. I am asking all of us a question. Have you seen Kanunta? Have you seen IPOB? Have you seen World Igbo Congress? Have you seen AVID go to US Congress or write any letter or do anything or do any demonstration in US to demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since 2021? No, you have not seen. You have not seen them quote this Global Magnitsky Human Rights Act to the American government to use it to sanction Nigeria since 2021. No. Count it for me since 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. How many years is that? 4 good years. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. IPOB, Kanunta, World Igbo Congress, Avid Group, they did not go to US Congress and American government to go and petition them against Nigeria. They did not go to urge American government to sanction Nigeria. No. They did not go to tell American government to sanction Kenya for working with Nigeria to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. They did not go to American government to ask American government to drag Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No. They did not ask that the US government, including through targeted sanctions or tariffs, to pressure Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to allow him passage out of Nigeria. No. They did not tell US government to pressure the government of Finland to do anything for our prime minister or to implement tariffs and sanctions on them. No. They did not also say that their bilateral trade and assistance should be curtailed. They did not do anything of such. Since 2021, they have not done it. But who did this one? This is what Simon Ekpa walked down for the Biafran people. This is the template that Simon Ekpa walked down for the Biafran people. And when he was walking it down, he walked it down to also favor our supreme leader and to favor the entire people of Biafra. Then, in his absence now, our prime minister activated this very act. Now, you did not see World Labour Congress go and start going to American Congress. Since 2021, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention for 4 years now. Did not see them do anything. But immediately now that they have seen that Biafran government in exile have made all these good strides, that they have taken Nigeria, taken Finland, and taken Biafran affair to US Congress. What have you seen? Let me bring what you have seen. You now see that World Labour Congress, AVID groups, and IPOB, and Bruce Fenn, and all the nonsense groups, they are now parading themselves and doing showy display. They are now showing you now and telling you that they are going to US Washington, D.C. They are writing letter to, they say they are writing letter to Donald Trump. Hey, who lay curses on some of you people? That you must always come out to look for a way to tarnish the effort that will move Biafra from point A to point B. You want to come and make caricature of yourself. You want to come and deceive some other people so that they will now be derailed, so that they will say, Avid have now come out. World Labour Congress have. Why didn't you come out all this while? Why must you come to copy what the Biafran government in exile are doing? Why must you come to copy what the Biafran government in exile are doing? Let me bring it to the screen. Because when I shame, they shame me, honestly. When I shame, they shame me. I tell you. Some people will just sit down, they will not do anything. They wait, they will not do anything. They wait. The day they just see that Biafran government in exile have made something remarkable, that is the day you now see all of them jump out from the toilet. They want to come and destroy. The same thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, that when he was fighting for Biafra, when he is going to Washington, D.C., when he will enter and come out, he will come and be saying, they say some people are coming and they call themselves Biafran activists. They want to go and enter the same place that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has entered and come out because they want to go and destroy the effort that he has made. But we have destroyed this nonsense. Do you know why? Because we have sealed and gone very far. BRGI is the only legal entity that speaks for Biafra. World Labour Congress does not speak for Biafra. They speak for their political interests. AVID speaks for their political interests. They don't speak for Biafra. Yes. They don't canvass or speak for Biafra or go for Biafra independence. World Igbo Congress is a political party group. They are the people that were canvassing for Igbo presidency of 2023. They are the people that stormed us in a meeting and said, why must Prime Minister want to stop Obi from becoming president? That it is their turn as Igbo to be president. They didn't even consider Martin Nnamdi Kanu in detention or Biafran babies, women, and children that were being massacred. No, that wasn't in their head. What was in their head was, why do you want to stop Igbo presidency? It is our turn to become president. President that you will be president and you cannot do anything. Look at Tinubu. Tinubu is president, a drug lord who has all the money with bullion vans everywhere, but cannot use his money to control the terrorists in Nigeria because he don't pass in hand. Is it Obi now who is a ham or hand robber? Robber stamp hand where be say very hard before you collect 5H kuru from him. Tinubu can even be paying terrorists because he has all the money. You can see him when he's doing it when they are doing political campaign. Is it Obi that will now be in power where they will tie his hand, tie his voice, and he cannot do anything? He will just come out and when they ask him, who did this to you? He will say, I got the advice from a madman. I got the advice from a madman. And they will massacre all of you. Now look at the useless set of people here. Look at them.
My name is Dr. Sylvester Onyia, President of American Military.
Look at them. I just want Biafrans to see. And I want to call on the entire media team. Wherever you see this nonsense, take it down. Don't promote this nonsense and don't allow it to go to anywhere. Yes. Because these idiots that you see that call themselves American veterans of Igbo descent. Martin Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention since 2021. He was kidnapped. They did not know the road to Washington, D.C. They did not know the road to White House. They did not know the road to where? To U.S. government. They did not know the road to where? To U.S. Congress. Immediately after they have seen that Biafran government in exile have submitted this world-class first in history testimony to the U.S. Congress on Biafra, on Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and also on Simon Ekpa, and also the entire Biafran people, and also demanding sanctions on Nigeria and on Finland. You now see these idiots all coming out. And as they are coming out, they are coming to come and quote this Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act, which the Biafran government in exile quoted for US Congress to use to sanction Nigeria and Finland. Ask them, where were they and where was the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act in their brain for the past 4 years, from 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025? Where was their brain cells? They were in for Peter Obi, they were in for Soludo, they were in for Atiku, they were in for Tinubu, they were not in for Biafra. Even as they have come out now, they are not talking Biafra. They are talking for their political pocket. Yes. Because they have seen that BRGIA have done something and put something on the table. They now also want to go and make caricature of themselves. See them. They go to make caricature of themselves and they move around. Now, let me go to, they say, in collaboration with the Rising Sun. You see, they are now quoting the Rising Sun. They say in collaboration with Rising Sun and the Ambassador for Self-Defense. You're now quoting the Rising Sun of Biafra. No, don't quote that one. Or go and quote World Igbo Congress. I'm going to Ejimako's page. I'm going to Ejimako's page to show you for something. And also, let it be known that Ndi IPOB now, They are fighting. They are fighting Ejimako, and they are also fighting Michael Okpara. These are the lawyers that are defending Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They are fighting them now. They are fighting them now because they say that they don't allow them to do what they want to do to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They say that Ejimako and Michael Okpara don't allow them to do what they want to do to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So they are fighting these two lawyers who are standing to defend Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So I'm telling Biafrans, don't join your hands in this kind of madness. Okay? Don't join your hands to go and fight Ejimako and Michael Okpara. Now, leave them. Allow them. Okay? You should have come together to see how to get Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out. But now you are going to go and start fighting their lawyers. Let me ask you people that are going to fight Ejimako and Michael Okpara now. Should BRGIE now go and start fighting the attorney of our PM in Finland? I'm asking you a very pertinent question. Should BRGIE go and start fighting our attorney in Finland who is defending or who was in court defending our prime minister? No. You have seen the excerpt of the court. I just read it to you. You don't see anything that is incriminating to a man that is fighting for the freedom of independence of his people. They turn it political. They say because he's fighting for independence, so it's a terrorist act. So how does the lawyer, how does the attorney now become the problem? Is it not the same Biafra cause that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fighting, that they call him a terrorist, that they are also calling our prime minister a terrorist? Do you now understand it now? Do you think that you will fight for freedom and then the people that you're fighting against to get the freedom, they will be shaking hands with you and call you good guy, good guy? No, they must call you a terrorist. But you yourself know you are not a terrorist, but they must call you a terrorist because you're fighting for your freedom. You're fighting against them. That is why they must call you a terrorist. So when you now go and start throwing stones on Ejimako now and Michael Okpara, then go and also start throwing the stones on the attorney of our prime minister. Go and throw stone on him and tell him that he is the Finland judiciary who collected whatever they collected and collaborated with Nigerian government to say that we fighting for Biafra is a terrorist act. Is it not Nigeria that went to Finland, that went to Kenya to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? They collaborated with Kenya government to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Was it a Ejimako that followed Nigerian government to Finland to go and kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu there? Was it Michael Okpara that followed Maxwell Okpara? Was it Maxwell Okpara that followed Nigerian government to Kenya to go and kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? There are some things you people need to understand. When we see that these people have started playing double standards, we will also come out and tell you they have started playing double standard. Our PM gave Ejiofor time for him to bring out his evil side and come out. Let us wait. When we see that Ejimako has done same and Maxwell Okpara has done same, we will tell you. But not because you have hatred for somebody and you now go and start beating drums when you're not supposed to beat. Now, these people you see here, look at this one. Look at them. Ask them, Where were these American veterans of Igbo descent since 2021? Is it just now, after 4 years, that they now wake up to know that they have to come and read this nonsense? Is it now they now remember that they have to come and stand in front of this camera and read this nonsense and tell you people that they are writing and they are quoting the Global Magnitsky Act? The same Global Magnitsky Human Rights Act, Accountability Act, that BRGIE used to make a point. That is where all of them are going now. All of them are going to go and quote the same act. But what was happening to your brains since 2021 to this very day? You are all waking up now, Abi. You are all waking up now because you have seen what BRGIA have done. So you wake up. So Biafran people, wherever you see these people, wherever you see this their nonsense video, please push it down. Don't make it fly. Don't allow it to go to anywhere. Don't promote it, because these are people that have come to make caricature. They have come to make caricature of what we have been doing. Look at them. Very soon they will stand in front of the graveyard to make the video.
Thank you very much.
Very soon they will stand in front of the graveyard to read their Magnitsky Act. When our APM and our lobbies used to visit Washington, D.C. to have meeting with the congressmen and women, do you see them stand here to be doing all this nonsense? Chai. Oyendu said, our people are lame. Our people are lame. Our people are lame. Anytime they see that a milestone has been achieved, they want to come and wake up to come and destroy. But this time, we have sealed everywhere. It is only BRGIA that is speaking for the Biafran people. That is the only government. So if you have been promoting this nonsense, please, you can promote it because you want to make social media views on your platform. But don't promote it to say they are working for Biafra. No. They are working for their pocket. Okay? They are working for their pocket. They have nothing to do with Biafra. You see? Since 2021, you did not come up to bring all this out. You did not come and carry your position of 400 pages and 500 pages. You did not carry the thing as if you're going to go and preach in Jehovah's Witness. After you all waited to see what Biafran government in exile have done, dragging Nigeria to the US Congress. It's now that these ones have come out. Look at World Igbo Congress. World Igbo Congress have now come out. World Igbo Congress have now come out to tell you they are going to go and quote Global Majesty Act to American government for them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Where were this same World Igbo Congress since 2021? These are the same people that came to us and had meeting with us, with PM, in 2022. And these people told us we should not stop Nigeria from having their way. We should allow Nigeria, we should stop talking about Biafra. That is why I'm telling you that these people, they are for what? They are for their political gain. They told us we should not stop Nigeria. We should allow Nigeria to do their elections. We should allow Nigeria to have their way. We should stop talking this Biafra. And as I am telling you now, this was happening while what happened? while Biafrans were being massacred in Yamufu. Biafrans were being massacred in Yamufu. And the only thing that entered their brain was that we are trying to stop them from doing the nonsense election while we are talking about Biafra. We are talking about how to defend Yamufu and how to expunge the terrorists that came to kill our women and children. And they were talking about what? Election. Look at them all. Today, they have gone to write this nonsense to come and deceive all of you on the media. You see it? The one that BRGIE did, it is not BRGIE that posted it. It is the US Congress that posted it, and you can go and find it in the US Congress website. Let me take you to the US Congress website. It is the US Congress website that you can go and find it. We're not the one that posted it. It was submitted in June, and the US Congress, they had to review it until when they saw that it met the criteria of what they can attend to. Look at the website here. This is the US Congress website, Tom Lantis Human Rights Commission, United States Congress. Come down here. You see, transnational repression, trends and policy approaches. Let us go down. Hearing notice. Please join the Tom Lantis Human Rights Notice for hearing on trends on national repression and potential policy approaches to addressing this problem. You come down. When you come down, you will see it recorded in the website here. See it here. And this is like the last transnational aggression that has been submitted. Okechukwu Nkere, political human rights activist, statement submitted. Did you see us come to start telling you we are standing in front of the White House, we are standing in front of the Congress, we are standing on top of the White House, we are standing on the back of White House? No, go to the US Congress website. They are the one that submitted it. They are the one that published it on their official website. So when you see fake people, you need to know so that you don't fall a victim. What we did, we are not the one that forced it here. It is the US Congress that put it here because we made the standard as a government. We speak for the government of the people. BRGI is fully registered. World Igbo Congress is a political party wing of APC and PDP terrorist organization. AVID, the same thing. They align with One Nigeria, APC, and PDP. They bring Nigerian politicians to America. They do party for them. These are the people that hosted Ifeanyi Uba. These are the people that hosted Peter Obi. They will contribute money and give to them and tell them to go and do Nigeria election and tell them to continue to push on for Nigeria to continue. But if you're looking for the testimony of Biafran government in exile on the sanctions to Nigeria and Finland, here you have it. When you click on this link, it will open for you. Now it has opened. Let us go there because it is an hyperligation link. As I click there, it has opened. Here it is. You see, this was the date it was received. They review it. After they review it for a long time before they later publish it. When? They published it in July 29. You see? So, everything are here. I've not come to read this thing yet for all of you. The only place I read the last time was our demands. Our recommendations and demands from BRGI government. This is what we demand from the US Congress, the US government. Now, all of them are coming to quote this same Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. This is what all these idiots that you have seen parading themselves, telling you they are World Igbo Congress, they are AVID, they are coming to go and quote now. Where were you before since 2021 that you did not come and quote the same thing? Where were you that you did not come and go and stand and snap photo and petition and bring Bruce Fenn and do video and petition and say you are doing it to US Congress, you're doing it with the US Senator, you're doing it in front of the White House. If you like, you climb on top of the White House or stand on the window of White House and do it. It is bunkum. Because all of you are evil. You cannot join. This same World Igbo Congress chairman that you saw there, he came and met APM and said he want to go and see our PM. And that one asked him, you want to go and see our PM? When he was here, you people were against him. When PM was here, they were against PM. Now, PM is detained. You want to go and see PM. What do you want to go and see him for? You want to go and see him so that you kill him? The same people that say they are going to make sure they work things out for our PM to be deported in Finland to Nigeria. These are the same people that are part and parcel of filing cases against our PM. From all this court that you see that they just finished their distance. So this World Igbo Congress, their hands also there inside. Because they were making a live threat video telling us that since we don't want to allow them to hear what we are talking Biafra, Biafra. This is happening in 2022. All of you should go and check those videos. It was, this interview was granted by Chidi. This interview was granted by Chidi. Go and check, you will see. It was granted by Chidi. Whether is it Dr. Chidi that you people call him? They promised that they are going to do everything to bring Simon Ekpa down in Finland. They are going to work with Nigerian government and do everything possible to make Simon Ekpa come down in Finland. You get the point? So, after Simon Ekpa is detained, they now come and meet APM and say they want to go and see Simon. You want to go and see Simon for what? You don't support Biafra? That one now say, okay, show us your support for Biafra as you want to go and see Simon. They say, okay, send us the website link. Website link was sent to them. Till today, they did not remit any money to support Biafra. They wanted to go and see Simon so that they can poison him before the time that the court will even make the pronouncement. Today, what did you see? They went to go and do this their nonsense. All of them now want to go and talk to American government. Because of what? Because they have seen what Biafran government in exile have done. They are not happy. So they are looking for a way of making sure they destroy. They are looking for a way of making sure they destroy. So, Biafrans, wherever you see these people, put them by the side. Don't allow that nonsense to fly. It is only fools that will see that Biafran government in exile have streamlined everything in Washington, D.C. There is lobbies, there is attorney, and we are working everything out. Then you will not support PRGI attorney and lobbies. Then you now prefer to go and start supporting World Igbo Congress. You now prefer to go and start supporting AVID. You are very useless, honestly. You are useless. In fact, you are a curse. There is a curse on your head. And that curse is working on you. And it's working against you. Because if that curse is not working against you, you will not be going to go and support and to train a useless video from AVID and World Igbo Congress and Bruce Fenn. The people that are against the same prime minister, the people that are against the policies of this prime minister, the people that are against these lobbies and attorney that is standing here, that is working for everything that BRGI have put in place. So some of you should have a rethink. Before something that will happen to you will happen, and then you say, oh, something happened. I don't know what happened to me. Be very, very careful. Tomorrow is our fundraising. Please and please, we have to increase our momentum in all that we do. If you were giving $1, increase it. If you were giving 2, increase. If you were giving 3, increase. If you were giving 4, increase. We have a lot to do. We have a lot to do, both in US, in Finland, and in the homeland. Yes, we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. So the fire that is in our hands does not need to quench at this point. But rather, the fire needs to increase. That is why you need to do more than you have been doing. What Finland have done now should do what? Should spark your blood cells. It should shock you everywhere and to wake you up from your sleep. It should embolden you and to give you the strength to do more. Except if you were not for this Biafra. And if you were for this Biafra, I tell you, you will hold everything so dear. I salute all of you. And I salute the entire cabinet of BRJ. I salute our APM. I salute the BDF. I salute our PM. I salute our Supreme Leader. I salute to Wazirike as well. I salute our former president of Biafra. I salute our eternal leader, Demo Dumeku Ojukwu. I salute our heroes of 66. I salute our heroes of 67 to 70s. I salute our heroes of 54, heroes of 45, heroes of 29, heroes of 1900, 1800. I salute all of you that have sacrificed in many ways. Biafrans that are donating all their dime to make sure we move mountains. I salute all of you. We appreciate everything you do, and it is a time for us to do more and to be more brutal. Please, brainstorm, stand your ground, and understand that the crown is here for you. Wear this crown and feel courageous. Wear this crown and feel very strong. Wear this crown and be happy to fight amongst men that stood their ground to the very end. Yes, because many were called, but few were chosen. Those that started with us, many of them have fallen off the rail. We can see how they are fighting themselves every day. This one is attacking this one is attacking this one. They thought they were doing everything against BRGI before. They thought they were doing Sonny, they were doing OK, they were doing the entire BRGI, they were doing BDF. Imagine that you will be hearing people telling you they don't want to give money to BDF. They want to go and form their own group. What is different from what Ngozi said? In fact, I will not be the one to do the talking. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you, and I am going to play that they are fighting video as the ending part of this program. So just be listening to the ending part of it and enjoy yourself. I salute all of you and see you all tomorrow. Media team, continue to do your good work because God is using you to change many things and to move mountains. Please, I appeal again to every cabinet member. When you go to the media, where the media teams are doing their work, please abide by their principles and their rules. They have their time of starting their program. They have how they operate. Please abide with them. Don't go there and say because you are a minister, nobody can command you. You can do what you like. No, that is not your department. Yes, that is not your department. That is the media team department. They have their settings and their rules of how to go. So when you go, abide by what they say. Yes, please don't go and distract my media team. They are doing well, and Nigeria are afraid of them. Yes, Finland are also afraid of them. So go in the same line with them. We have a different strategy now. From morning till 3 p.m., every Biafran is to engage in posting, no hosting of space. If you want to host program on YouTube or Facebook, you can host. But on Space, on Twitter, from morning till 3 p.m., whether you are a minister or except it is emergency that comes from the government that it is approved from the Department of the Information, Media and Communications. From morning till 3 p.m., we do posting. Post everything that you have to post. We engage in the media warfare. From that time now, we go and start talking. Even as we are talking and also posting. We are trying to discourage the fact that people don't post. They don't post anything. Check some of your accounts, most especially some of the ministers of BRGI and officials of BRGI. You don't post anything. You only answer minister or answer admin or answer rep. You don't post anything Biafra on your account. You don't even go and reshare. So create a post about Biafra from morning till 3 p.m. That is the campaign that the media team have embarked on. From that 3 p.m. now, they start their program on Space. Don't go and try to change it for them because you say, no, you are above them. No, you are not above them. Please, that is not your department. Though. Everybody should respect themselves going forward in this very government. Yes, because they must be disciplined. I salute all of you. Please, listen to those that are fighting BRGI and thinking that they are fighting Sonny or fighting me. They are fighting themselves. They are fighting against our PM. They are fighting against their Biafra. They will to everybody and see you all tomorrow in our wonderful fundraising. They will from here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, men and women of goodwill. My name again still remains Onyebuchinwa Ashiburobi, known as the Great Seer or the Sea of the Seer, preaching nothing but the undiluted truth. On this very platform, I will preach nothing but the undiluted truth. Now, let me whop you also. Share this very program and hit the like button, please. This morning, somebody sent me a program that was, I don't know if it was going on already on the platform of Vam Vam Vam, where Vam 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 categorized me as a lunatic. You know, for a very long time, if you go to some people, I have told them that An me mere Vam 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 ebere. Due to Guinea, the guy is depressed. And if you look at him, he is depressed. I have avoided saga or to reply him. It's not as if I had the things that he went at the back to tell me because I shunned Imam Madabo. I had all the nonsense he went at the back. But for the record's sake, Vam Vam Vam, I watched your video one day. You were telling people that, the people going against CRC, that ever since you people removed Ogenkere, that the work have been going on in Biafra land. I watched that video and I shook my head. How people will be lying a white lie to the people. Vam Vam Vam, are you aware that we held meeting with CRC? Where they said that 75% will be going to the men on the ground. And they brought a fake man on the ground called Chika, which we later knew. From the same man on the ground, they called him a contractor. That what he does is to collect money and then come on the ground and look for people. Chika involved Vam Vam Vam. Are you aware that Imam Madhabu said that he will not work with those men on the ground because they are already receiving money somewhere? Are you aware? Which made me to be angry. Are you aware? Ask Chika. Chika will tell you. Because Chika said to us, if he said he don't want to work with them, Allah de maburu ndinze. Allah de maburu ndinze in struggle. Kedeva name Allah de maburu ndinze. My brother. And the day I nekwu Allah de maburu ndinze, agu nemem 30. So probably somebody is benefiting from the struggle because Allah de maburu ndinze. That was the word of Chika. Fake commander Unuji. Fake commander. Ompoto Though, the man negashi too much. The man came to me when you people appointed him and told me, hey, that he have spent 15 million in acquiring something. He did not even involve, CRC did not give him money. Nobody. He used his own money, 15 million. He went to Biafra Unite and told Biafra Unite that he spent, was it 6 million if I'm not mistaken? 6 million of his money to buy this thing. He went to Adadi Orama and lied another lie again. One person, different lie. And you do video, you do program, you lie to people. Since your people, CRC, things have been going on. Show me one single thing that is going on. Show me one single thing. Is it the fake video that you people brought that have a bank robbery? Somebody that was recording that video said bank robbery, which caused uproar, which made most of us to ask, and Abaziegbe, the issue of this Biafra. Though when that issue was raised, I know what I said. But some people said, how can they be robbing bank? It was your Chika who brought the video of bank robbery. And we said, we made findings of Chika. And we now knew that the guy, from the same men on the ground, the guy was giving money, 2.2 million, to give to some people. Let me forget, because he was giving that money to add to the one on Eri, because the day that they sent money, was it 3 million or thereabout? The wife, he was on phone with another person, speaking to that person, and he called the wife. Have you seen that money? When you say, hey, daddy, they were happy. And the person said, Ego Biafra ka they happy like this. So, the question is, ego hello here. Vam. Are you not aware that they sidelined you? Even in CRC, they sidelined you because they said you talk too much. And they sent too much, you talk too much. Now, when we have abandoned them, they then brought you that talks too much. Are you not aware? Okoko. Or men Nekudoku. I know the reason why I'm replying you. It is because of those calling, thinking that CRC is doing something. CRC held meeting with us, where they said to us that they will be giving 75% to men on the ground. And we said we will monitor it. And we do our findings. The next meeting, we will call them. And in the next meeting, they refuse to invite us anymore. We asked for the meeting, but the first meeting, they were the people that called us to the meeting, or their agenda. They were the people that pleaded for us to come to that meeting, because their agenda was for us to go and canvass for men. And we told them, no, we cannot canvass for men where we will go and canvass people and money will be donated and we will not see the account of the money. We will not do that. We can only do Biafra where we are sure that the money is being used for its purpose. And when we held that meeting, we told them that we will go and do our findings. In the second meeting, we asked for the meeting. All this while we have been doing meeting, even within ourselves. But one day we added Vam into that meeting. The meeting scattered. And before we said, let us add Vam, some people said, no. Even Chika, that is with you now, telling you rubbish, said no, that you talk too much. Chika himself said no. He cannot be in the security meeting with you, that you talk too much. And then I myself pleaded that you are being depressed, that nobody should blame you on what is happening, that you are depressed, which they later added you. Do you know why I use I? I will say the one that I said. I will not represent other people in their own opinion. Please. so that it doesn't look as a snitch. I do not represent other people in their own opinions. Now, when we held the meeting, at the first place, you people should pay attention. At the first time that we held the meeting, what was discussed in the meeting was when we wanted to have second meeting with the CRC, and we held meeting, we said some certain things, and we said to Vam, are you the one to contact CRC, or should another person contact CRC? He said, no, he will be the one. And they said, if you contact CRC, don't tell them anything. Just tell them that we want to have meeting, a continuation of the formal meeting that we have held. It was at that point that we briefed Vam that there was a meeting held. You were not in that meeting. You yourself were not in the meeting. This Vam coming. When they want to do important meeting, you know the day there. You know the day there, Oga. You see this one that doesn't know how to talk. Or he put a social media, call, ya. Where you been invited in an important meeting? Now so then go throw you, go one corner. Throw you, go one corner, held the meeting, and then send you to social media to go and back. You will be on social media backing like a mad dog. For a very long time, I have refused to respond to you. I have refused to respond to you. But this very morning, you were asking people, is somebody still listening to those idiots? Vam. Have you forgotten that you beg us to carry you along? You beg us to carry you along. There was a program which you said that you wanted to host with me, Adadi Oramma, and me, Adadi Oramma, that you want to come because people are no longer watching you. You said to us, you said to Ada, because Ada loves you so much. Each time Ada will be like, oh, Vam one name. She loves you so much. And to carry you along. That meeting, I deliberately said I will not join the meeting because, did Ada not tell you? Did Ada not tell you that I said I will not join the meeting? I said I will not join because you talk a lot and you lie a lot. Once you finish lying, you will come inside to be begging. Did you not, were you not, that apology you made against the Biafra Unite, that you are now calling Biafra Unite, calling him names, you were begging in the secret that, it is devil's work, nobody should blame you. And Biafra Unite insisted that you must go public, that you did the thing public. You must go public. Now you have started again. Were you not begging? You were asking somebody, are people still listening to those idiots? But you came to us to beg us that nobody is listening to you anymore. That you want to appear in a program where I am and Adadi Oramma so that it will enable our followers to watch you. And then come to your program. Did you not plead? And program was scheduled. And I said, I will not join that program. I said, I will not join the program. Go to Ada and see, and ask Ada, was Ada not pleading? Let us hear. Ada loves you so much. This Ada is on social media now. I know where I pleaded for you. I know where I pleaded. I know where I pleaded for you. Ada loves you so much. Ihe anyị na-eme bụ ihe ụmụnne na nke a biko ka eme ihe a nsị Ada. Ihe ụmụnne mmadụ mee first, second, third. Even aka na-ekwukwe ya sị na ọ ya eme apology gaa ha gaga kwuwa ha ọzọ. Bịa ha inside, bịa ha na-ayọ biko. That time I told Jova, gonna Bazia, because the guy was saying that we should help him beg Biafra Unite. In one of his programs that he held, he was even attacking Biafra Unite again, calling him names. And after finishing the program, he comes in to tell them, oh, please help us beg Biafra Unite. Ana Junko Aziara. That was where they started telling him, Vam, you talk a lot. Mind your mouth and mind how you talk. That is the person asking, are people listening to those idiots? For a very long time, I have avoided speaking about you. You went on your program and you were shouting, since you people sack Ogenkere, have that work is going on in Biafra land. Are you not aware that CRC, Imam Madhabu said that he will not work with those men on the ground because they are already receiving money from somewhere? Well, I says from somewhere, I do not mean say, hey. Oh, they even know that they are receiving money from us. He mentioned the name, which I will not mention on this very platform. Imam Madhabu said it, that they are already receiving money somewhere, that he will not work with them, that made him to work with Chika. Vam, you held a meeting and you was praising, hey, Igwe Butozo. Is it not the same Igwe Butozo that his account, I was brief, sent to you people, and Faden Unetihi, Faden Shishin, Ana Yosionia, for complete 2 to 3 weeks, Ana Yonu Bikotiri Nunde Ego. Is it not the same people? Did you people pay shishi until we leave? Until we left to you people, not even 5 naira was given to those people. So stop deceiving the public. Oh, ever since you people sack Ogenkere, in this very freedom, CRC is the smallest because they started with insincerity. They started with insincerity. We made our findings and we knew that the people that they are working with are criminal. The one that money will be sent to the wife, I love him so much, but because of Biafra, I will gamble on anything. This very man we have spoken for a very long time. He is somebody that I love so much. I love the guy so much. We have spoken for a very long time. And money, they send money to him to do work. He will not do work. He will bring the video of a bank robbery and said his man is doing work. And then we went on the ground to investigate. They told us he have nobody. No a contractor call. Even they said, one of the guys said, I don't want to say it on certain things, please. This is social media. And we scheduled meeting with the CRC. Just because in our first meeting, they invited us to not first meeting, second meet. That was the second meeting because our first meeting was held during the time they said peace talk. Yeah, peace talk. That was when they invited two of us in the meeting for peace talk. We went on that peace talk. Then the second meeting was held after they said they left the circle Ogenkere. And when we held that meeting, they understood that we were not people that they cannot buy over. Because we insisted that all the money that they got, they should shift it to the church. And they said they are going to take how many percentage, which is not my problem. But my problem is, because of what they are doing international, they are going to take 25%. And they said that they will not work with Igwe Butozo. That's it. And they refused us to have a second meeting. Which Ada beg. because she never wanted Biafra to scatter. And at the end of the day, they held the meeting, which I refused to be there. I am not there. I'm not there. They held meeting, and they brought other people from the media to be in the meeting that you know that it is continuation of the first meeting. You now go and brought other people, and those people that do not know what was discussed in the first meeting came and they were pouring sand into Gary. Oh, you people are media people. Why would you people want to know something about men? Because the things that we want to know, we have known it. You will not work with men on the ground. We have grabbed that. Is there any other thing for us to know? Nothing. No other thing for us to know, please. We are not babies. We have grabbed the thing. But where I have problem is where Vam 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 is. Where Vam 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 is. That is where I have problem. The same person begging us to include him, that he is not getting viewers. He is not getting viewers. I watch a video where he is boasting, oh, I don't care about views. You don't care about views. And you was begging other that, oh, nobody is viewing you anymore. That they should, you want to appear in a program with me. Mind your mouth. It is this your mouth that is making you. In a time of war, let us remember that there will be a time of peace. Vam vam vam. Because this your mouth is implicating you. This is the same reason why you was begging Biafra Unite inside secretly. Secretly, you were begging Biafra Unite. Biafra Unite refused. That you have done it more than twice. That if he forgive you now, you will still go and do, which you are doing now. You apologize that you lied. Biafra Unite said, go on the public and say it. Go on the public and say it. Which made you later made the video. Which you said, oh, I am sorry. Nwanne m gbara iguma ihe niile gumara gocha ko eribe ko ericha. Should Biafra Unite forgive you that time that we were begging him to forgive you, that you will not speak again? Akara iwu anyị n'ala because na nke ị nọ na-akọ ka onye eburu battery ya, lying to the general public of how your men are doing something on the ground. Which your men? Which of your men? Is it not the same people that Imam Madhabu said he will not work with? Because they are already having that he don't want people to collect money from here and collect money from here. Is it not what your Imam Madhabu said? And when you are on program, oh, look at Aneku, those of you contributing money there, because the guy had a ego, on where ofe on a discuss with somebody. Oh, when on a discuss with somebody, I will be a meeting. I will not. Okay, mba. I will not na bankata. Na jubiko. Ego ikeji eshio for. Which was what brought our attention to investigate the guy, and we investigated the guy. That the guy is just a contractor. Go on the ground and ask about the name that you people are working with. The guy that you people are working with, he's just a contractor. He can lie for Africa. He came to me. He told me, oh, he used 15 million. Nobody asked him to use. He used 15 million of his money to use it and do something. He went to, was it Biafra Unite? He told him 6.5 million. He went to Ada and told him another thing. Then he went to me and told me, and he's good. Please. The guy that they are working with is such a fraudster. He is good that immediately he pick your call, he will form as if he is talking to another person. You will hear something like, hello? Maybe he have discussed it with that person. Hello? Hey, Bruno here JJ we gana ebedio na. Onya yasi onye isi. Ego adehi. Osi Jebegonu, ana me discuss here. Every time he call you, he is in a meeting, telling you one type of meeting or the other meeting. One day he invited me to their meeting. Security meeting, oh. Can go no here discuss a security meeting. Security meeting, he invited me. Ndị na-support Ngozi was there in the security meeting. Ndị na-support Oge Nkere was there in security meeting. And he was telling them, Nna, my brother, you remember, I have worked with you for a very long time. The person that, if you go to this so commander, you will ask, me and you, when we started autopilot, from autopilot to this, security meeting, from autopilot to this, from this to this, that he is holding security meeting. Nnọdị na meeting, anọ m na meeting ụra atụwakwuo m. Anọ m na meeting, ụra atụwakwuo m. From autopilot to this, from this to this, we have been a long time, and this and that. And one of them said, when he started, because the guy that they are working with works with Ngozi Arabueze, works with Oge Nkere, and still works with Imam Abo. One person in 3 different governments. When he started speaking against Ngozi Arabueze, one of them in that meeting said, you don't need to speak against anybody. Just do your own. This and that. He said, I'm not speaking against him, against her, but you know, this and that. That and this. The security meeting, phone. Maka, I want to hear the way forward. What for them to give him report? Oh, we have done this and we have done that. And security meeting, Ebana convinced my brother. You are stabbing me at the back. Okay, look at my warrior. Somebody went and collected my warrior. They have deserted me, but no problem. His worst mistake was taking me to that meeting. That thing he called a meeting because I left that place. Vam vam vam. Are you not aware that you are being sidelined? Nobody wants to discuss important thing with you because your mouth is leaking. That is the reason why any meeting that they want to have, some people will say, oh, Van 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 will not be there. Van 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 will not be there. And Imam Madabo said, Van 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 must be there. At the initial stage, I said I will not have meeting with Van Van Van, to be sincere. I think when we had a meeting with Imam Madabo them, I said I will not be in the same meeting with Van 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 until he apologized to Biafra Unite. I made it categorically clear. And I left the meeting where Imam Madhab, where somebody, was it Chioma, was saying, was telling Biafra Unite, if you don't want to forgive Van Van Van, now we are begging you to forgive. You step aside. I immediately, Nami first of all, leave the meeting. Because they have a pompous high. I agree that there are sensible people, there are sensible individuals, please, in that forum. But, you know, the bad ones are taking over them. There are sensible individuals in CRC that wants to see things work. I must tell you the gospel truth. I don't need to castigate all of them. There are sensible individuals. But the bad ones have the upper hand there. The bad ones have the upper hand there. Those people with a pompous spirit, can they want? There are people determined to give their best in CRC. But the bad ones take over them, shadow them, and they are not doing anything. As far as I'm concerned, nothing. Nothing. Because Imam Madabo have said that he will not, when we were there, before we left, they said that they will not work with Igwe Butoza. that Igwe Butos is receiving from here and there, that he cannot be receiving from this person and this person. That is not done. But you told the people that why you are leaving is because the men on the ground are not being taken care of, and you left. And you define your own that you will not work with them because they are receiving from there. Are you not a liar? I'm asking you, Vam 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 and others. In all of this, nobody takes Vam 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 along because he was not in the meeting. He was not in any of these meetings. His work is to shout. This shouting on social media. That is his work. Onwe meeting, onwe important meeting on aga. Imam Madhabo na say, if you don't want to take him along, we must take Vam 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 along in the media. If we don't want to take him along, that means you don't want to work with the government. Government in case go na man work with the Butozo. You people should not allow me to speak more because there are more. And don't forget that we have the recorded video of the meeting we had with you, so that nobody will push me to publish the video. We have the recorded video of the meeting we held with you people. We have the recorded. Me too have my own version. So that nobody will push me to publish it in the public. Though I'm not like that, but if worse come to worse, that is not meeting. I will publish it. Vam 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 Menonu Giriye. And some people still listening to them. No, the CRC is in charge, taking care of men on the ground. Is it not because of these men on the ground that we hesitated when they said that they will not work with them? When they refused to have meeting with us simply because we held meeting at the first, they called us meeting at the first place and we ambushed them with our own demand that if it is not met, we are going to leave. And the demand is, if you contribute money, we don't want to hear that they give to Okeke or Mr. Okafor again. Shift it to those men. Contribute we don't want to experience something again. Which in the meeting, there are sensible, I must say, there are sensible individuals in the meeting. In that meeting, there are sensible individuals. I must say. But Imam Madabu is F9. F9 with other people. There are more sensible individuals in the meeting. Oh. I must tell you the truth. Those who wants to see things work. But in a situation whereby the bad ones have the upper hand, the other ones will become just like me. Mbagava Adam Bele Mbagava Ada Mbagava Adam Bele Mbagava Ada Mbagava Ada Mbagava Adam Bele Mbagava Ada Mbagava Adam Bele Mbagava Ada Ebe ka na-eje Adam Bele Mbagava but imankwom na-azụ emegene arannem. If you call me Mbagava nru ebe a njụọ gị question ma ajụ gị ye determine like question jụrụ commando unu ya ata erigide ọnụ. Ihe ọ gwaziri ihe ọ kwuru na that meeting maka ọ ma na adịtare ọ ma ihe ọ kọrọ onye a mara ihe ọ kọrọ onye a mara ihe ọ kọrọ onye a ya use your brain. I will not answer you that thing here, but I will send something to you which will answer you. Why is it that you will not answer whereas you have lied in at the back? Are you people not aware that a person that you called commander ebe a na-akwụ ya ụgwọ bụ na akaụntụ nwunye akwụ dị ụgwọ nwunye dị happy? Hey, daddy ahụgo m the money. Ya sị nne ọ na-atọ gị nke nwaanyị chia. I start is the reason. Ele nke bụ ego asị na-eji protect Biafra na-ebutezi happiness ọ na-atọ gị nke nwaanyị chia daddy. I say mba. And the time that the guy used Alade Mavuru Ndinze, I say no, this thing adabacha. Odabacha. So vam 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 nwụrụ nwa nkịta gị tii n'ọbọ. Nwụrụ nwa nkịta gị tii n'ọbọ. I am telling you for the last time. Nwụrụ nwa nkịta gị tii n'ọbọ. Ọ bụrụ na ị pụta kwuo, I will come out to speak more. Pụtakwa ịma since if bidoro from secret, I have avoided you all this while. You went and slandered my name because I told Imam Madabo that he should never invite me to any useless meeting again. That I don't want to see his invitation to any useless meeting again. Because he is not sincere. And I mean it. He is not sincere. If you are not sincere, I wouldn't stand on you. There are first discussion. And you went and called somebody. You was asking, who am I to say that they should not invite me to any useless meeting? Okay, since you people know that I am a nobody, why inviting me? I am a nobody. Don't invite me to your meeting. That's all, as simple as ABCD, because you are insincere. You said you left Ogenkere because Ogenkere is not giving men on the ground money. When you leave, the money contributed to Biafra people. You now said that you will not give to those men again because those men are already collecting from somewhere. Is it not lies? Stop lying to Biafra people. Stop lying to Biafra people. It is lies and deceit to say that you will not Ogenkere, you left Ogenkere because on a Mabateke, of which I am not supporting Ogenkere, please, because all of these very people, I see them as the same. Ogenkere, only him APM, only him financial secretary. I do not support anybody, and I do not attack anybody. But why I am speaking this morning, since I left the CRC, have you seen me done anything against you people? But you people started from the secret, slandered my name because I refused. I said I will not, and I heard that Imam Madhabu sent that thing that I told him to everybody, and they were cursing me, abusing me. It doesn't shake me. But your own, for you to go and tell somebody, who am I? Vam vam vam. You pass your boundary. Akwa ịkụwara gakwa na that mmiri ịkụwara akwa ga-asị ha gbaghara gị. If not, akwa ahụ ịkụwara na o bukwe gị isi aba ọhịa. I am Onyebuchi Nwashigburobi, please. And my time is up on this.